There's no way to. Well, I have no one watching right now, right? So I can fuck around a bit. Yeah. So before anyone else, let me bring this over here. See if I can find that other one super quick. Opa. This is on, I think. Trying to where was the other one? There was like four. I don't know what the hell it's called. Was this one?
Dude, I've definitely mellowed out and matured over the last decade.
Alright, we'll just do that then. Alright. So I have a backup in case. In case I want to go extra long. I'm not quite sure how long I want this to go on for, but I at least want to get this first one done because I do remember there being something. What? Go away. No. Mm. Okay. So maybe I'll just go to the. Instead, we'll go here and pause it and mute it. And close that. Ugh. Yeah, it's probably better if I do it through the studio. Just to make sure I don't miss the chat again. God damn it. Was this even the studio? Where is it? I don't know what I'm doing. No, I wanna. No, that's not it. I mean, I can copy the link. I'll put a little bit of this. Alright, we'll just leave that there. Hey, yeah. No, no, stop with that. All that bullshit. Ugh. Oh crap, I hate it when it does that thing. Shit, sorry about that. Alright, so I think we're finally ready to start. Um 5 minutes early than what was projected, but screw it. I'm just gonna start. I think I got everything set up now. Probably should do that before I even start the stream, I guess. But whatever. Alright, so we are going to go over a DSP's Gaming's Level 1 podcast, episode 53 for June 19th, 2023. What a bad weekend. Let's talk about what happened. Exciting, I'm sure. Hopefully, you can't hear my numerous fans and air conditioners going right now in the background. Because unlike some people, I like to put like a filter, an equalizer, a suppressor on here, so you not every single tiny little noise in the background of my microphone will be picked up. So I'm hoping you don't actually hear that. Because if you do hear that, then what I just said is meaningless because it didn't actually work properly. But I digress there. It's kind of hot out today, so I have like a bunch of fans going and everything. But without any further ado, let us start watching the pig.
Okay. Today is Monday, the 19th of June, 2023. What a whirlwind week. Like, this is my next to last streaming day of the week. I feel like we just started. That's how weird this week has been because of the schedule and schedule changes that I did of my own accord. But then, of course, with this insane weekend that just happened where everything got thrown into crazy chaos. Of course, let's talk about all of that so you know exactly what happened. A lot of people were asking me, what happened exactly with the internet? Do you know what caused it?
Well, he clearly does.
What did you do when you had no internet?
Oh, no,
what happened
really
yesterday because
you
weren't streaming, but then all of a sudden you started streaming out of nowhere, but you were dressed in different clothes and stuff. We're going to talk about all of that. But in reality,
about, like, the different clothes he's in or whatever.
I'd just like to say I'm really happy that today looks like it's going to be back to normal. I need a day that's basically stress-free. Like, this is a really, really stressful weekend. Because
it's always so stressful. It's always so stressful, guys, all the time. Poor little me. I just need a break. Streaming and playing games online is so hard. You don't understand. And now I have one day off with my wife, and we're gonna go eat. And I just need a stress-free day. I can't handle it.
And like, really, the company responsible doesn't stay in contact with you with any kind of reasonable, expectations of.
And obviously, I'm going to bring this up multiple times today, or through watching this video anyway. Keep in mind, he has not one, not three, but 2 business class internet lines, folks. Not even just one business class internet line, which one in and of itself is too much, but he has 2 different ones. 2. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, hold on. This is saying that my bit rate is a little too low, but I don't really know how to adjust that. I don't know how to adjust bit rate. I'm just gonna keep going, I guess, because I don't really know anything about bit rates or anything like that. So I'm like, I hope it still works and it's still recording, but I don't freaking know. I'm still new to streaming stuff, so yeah, see, there it goes again. Well, what do you want me to do about it? Ah, pop out dashboard. Open studio. But yeah, so I'm opening the studio, but where am I not seeing where to go to adjust that? I don't know where to go to adjust that, folks. Open highlight video, add stream maker share, blah blah blah. If I go to edit, does it customization maybe? Anyone can participate, not slow mode, streaming software, restrictions. I'm not seeing anything that says anything about like choosing different like bitrate stuff. Am I going crazy? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going because I don't know what the bitrate is. We recommend. Yeah, okay. Well, how do I adjust that? Like, hold on a second. Maybe that means like I have too much stuff going. Possibly in the background. So let me close a few things really quick. See if that helps. So 1 second. I do apologize for everything going. I do have quite a bit of things going, I guess. So let's close Steam. Let's. You didn't see that one. That uh Telegram can close. That's shutting down. Maybe that'll help it a bit. I do have a lot of tabs open. Maybe that's hurting it too. So, uh, I don't really want to go through any of my tabs right now. So, I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. This is just a mess. I wish I could pause the stream, but apparently you can't do that. I just want to stream and have a good time, have a good day. That's all I want to do. If I don't get an answer in a second, I'll probably just keep going. It keeps giving me a warning, but I don't know. I'm not seeing any option for adjusting bandwidth or the not bandwidth, the bit rate. You know, is it in the actual OBS? Maybe start. I'm not recording. Studio mode. Let's see what we got. Output, CPU usage, disk space recording is not active. Drop frames 0.6%. Bit rate. Yeah, is there a way to adjust that? I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. I'm just trying to figure this out. This is every time I fucking stream, there's always something that goes wrong now. It's like, why can't I just have a normal freaking stream without any of this crazy shit? That's scene selection. That's not it. Filters. Settings. Stream. YouTube. Ignore stream service recommendation settings. I don't have that clicked, so why would I? Oh, no. Like, that's the only. I'm not even having options to change anything on there. That's not. Video bitrate. Okay, here we go. I think I found it. Let's fix this. Because apparently it's an output, and I didn't realize you can change that because I'm an idiot. Audio bitrate? I don't know what to set that in. Encoder present. Alright, let's apply that, and hopefully that fixes that issue. There we go. It's going up. I'm learning. I'm learning stuff, guys. I honestly. Wait. Where was it? There we go. Alright, I think we're back good to normal. I'm gonna keep an eye on this little baby in case it gets me more warnings. Because I got a bunch. It's recommended use a stream bitrate of 45, which is what I adjusted it to. So it should be good now. I do apologize, everyone, for that. It looks like we're up to 46 bitrate, so we should be good. Alright, let's go back to this now. Sorry for the delay there.
When things are going to go back to normal. This is my business I'm operating. It's my work week and I can't work. But now also I can't really do anything at home because everything honestly today is relying on internet, correct? If you don't have internet, you can't do anything. Not only can I not do my streaming in my business, but I can't relax and watch stuff with my wife. I can't listen to music. I can't even go online and do anything that normally would do, pay bills, nothing, you know? And
Phil, what happened to those massive tower collections of DVDs and Blu-rays that you always have in all your stupid fucking videos? And he claimed he sold some of them, but he never claimed that he sold all of them. So even if we're going based on his actual testimony, like, he should still have a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays up there, right? On top of that, yeah, with streaming services and everything, yeah, there are a lot of things there. But, like, you had a ton of fucking DVDs and Blu-rays. You could have watched something easily. I don't know if he has normal TV or not, or if it's just like through Netflix and streaming things. Because I know a lot of people don't have like actual cable anymore, kind of thing. Um, but they're like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, because he's like, oh well, yeah, if I'm playing a game, it has to be online for streaming. I can't actually have fun and enjoy a game off of streaming. I gotta get paid if I'm playing any kind of games. That's why he's such a fake fucking gamer. You know, he's not a real gamer. So it's like, oh, I gotta be whatchamacallit. I gotta be earning money if I am gonna be making if I am playing a game. I gotta be making money on it. You know, I can't actually do it for fun or anything like that. No, of course not. That would make too much sense. Like, he doesn't actually like games. Shut up with that. I'm just checking the chat there. But no, like, he doesn't actually like games at all, and you can tell. You like, he has no fucking whatchamacallit for it. Like, no not compassion, passion. That's it. Duh. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm a little rattled from stupid technology. Always messes me up. But he has no passion for games anymore. So it's like, Okay, so if my internet dies, I have DVDs and Blu-rays I can watch. I have a bunch of movies downloaded to my computer and my external hard drive that I could watch. I have a bunch of games that don't require me to be online that I can play. I have a bunch of books and manga I could read. Like, you know what I mean? It's like most people would have something to do if their internet dies out, right? Like read a book, yeah, like, and he could at least have like turned his phone to like 5G or 4G or LTE or whatever the fuck it is, and like watched the YouTube video on his phone or something, right? I know his phone is old as hell, but couldn't he have done something like that? I don't
We're going
know.
to talk about all that because a lot of people were like, well, why then can't you just use your phone to do stuff and everything? And there's a very good reason. You know, some people even said, well, Phil should definitely get a 5G hotspot for backup like this, so that at least even if he can't do gameplay, he could just stream. Well, again, there's a very good reason for everything the way it's set up.
It's
But
because you're
man, it just
cheap
led to a
ass and
lot of
won't actually buy a new
confusion and
phone,
uncertainty
but you'll waste all
and
this money on
stress.
everything
You know,
else.
yesterday was an incredibly stressful day for me,
What's
and
so
that resulted
stressful?
in me coming back.
What is so stressful? Okay, I get it. You're kind of annoyed that your internet died and that you couldn't stream or whatever, but why is that stressful? Other than that, it's like, oh darn, I guess I get another day off. Must be hard because we all know you're not actually like, you're not actually fucking sorry. We all know you're not actually that hard up for cash. You can take another day off if you fucking wanted to. That's not the case, right? So we know that's not it.
From having no internet to rushing and trying to do a
I
Street
don't
Fighter
see
6
how it could be so
stream
stressful.
that ended up kind of being a shit show. I will publicly admit to all of you that yesterday was a very stressful day. And basically, I know for those who were here live that a lot of things went wrong and people were upset, and there's good reason. Reason number one, trolling. Because I came back out of nowhere to stream yesterday, the trolls took advantage of it. My moderators were not there. They didn't know I was going to be streaming. So there was no moderation at all on that first stream yesterday. An insane amount of trolls came and they were insulting everyone under the sun. Myself, the viewers, just every possible
Well,
thing.
that
Trolling. And a lot
that's
of people
because
said
you're
it
an
was like
idiot,
unwatchable.
Phil.
Well, if you were in the chat, you're probably right. When I'm playing Street Fighter,
That's because you're an idiot. That's why. Like, so he could have at the very least, like, he'll probably claim, "Oh, I don't know how to do that" or whatever, right? But it's like at the very least, you could have used your phone, turn it to LTE or 4G or 5G or whatever, and shut your damn stream off from there. Like, how hard would that have been? No, he leaves his dumbass. He leaves his dumbass stream up. He doesn't even go on his phone to put it to 4G to like talk in the chat box to like say, "Hey chat, sorry, I lost internet. I don't know how to shut it off." He doesn't even do that. Like, really?
I can't just sit here and babysit the chat. I got to play the game. When I'm playing the game, I can't look at the chat. And that's exactly what happened is these people took advantage of that, all right? In addition to that, I was
Oh,
so
that was
stressed
while
out.
he
I
was
know I
streaming.
was not a good person to hang out with yesterday. I was
You
so
never
stressed out. I
are.
was screaming and yelling. I was complaining constantly. I was worried about every possible thing. I had everything on my mind. The fact that I had missed out on a stream and a half that was important to my business. And imagine if 1 week you were just told, no, guess what? You just can't work 2 days this week. And there's no sick time. There's nothing to make up for that. You just can't work. You're losing your income this week. It's like, wait, what? But I need that. Yeah.
It's not a week's worth of income. It is half a day, sir. It is literally just half a day of income. And given how your tips were going, especially on your React days, it would not have been that much. Believe me, it wouldn't have been that
things
much.
weighing on my mind, and it shouldn't be, but it is. And the thing is, I feel like for a while we were actually doing really good. Like I would say for several months here,
we were doing good.
we were in a good vibe where things were going good. People were coming out to every stream. They were supportive. People liked the variety of games I was playing and the balance that we were doing. And to have this weekend happen, I really feel like it really threw a monkey wrench into stuff and screwed it all up. And I apologize for that. Anyone who was here yesterday and you feel like I was coming over as like a real jerk, I was coming over as a very agitated, very stressed out. You know, getting
How
really
is this
angry,
different from
stressed
any
out,
other
screaming at
day,
everyone,
Phil? Every single
and
fucking day
or
you're like
being
that.
overbearing last night because
Every day.
after having done excuse me, after having done all of excuse me, now I'm having a brain fart. After having, you know, a 2 day, or excuse me, essentially 2 streams taken away from me, and having such a great streak of great streams and everything going on this month, to have that kind of have a really bad slow support stream last night was killing me. And I shouldn't have said a word. I should have just said, hey, support if you want. But instead, I just kept mentioning it. And a lot of people got upset by that. And you know what? You're right. I shouldn't have acted like that. I felt like, you know, I was talking just like I was back in the fall, which I tried to stop doing and improve from doing.
What?
And that was because of the stress, because of the stupid shit
Oh
going
my
on.
gosh,
Really
I'm so
stressed me out.
stressed,
And I didn't need
guys.
to freak out, and I didn't need to be talking like that. And I
Well,
apologize to everyone
if this
for yesterday.
is true, then every single
back
fucking day you're
from a bunch of
stressed
stressful stuff
because
going
you
on,
act like an
jumping right
asshole
into
to
more
everyone
stressful
every
stuff,
fucking day.
and acting out of character. Today is going to be a better day. Today,
Nope.
we're going to relax. We're going to have a chill stream.
Oh my
We're going to
gosh.
have a
Fucking
normal
chill
paced
stream.
stuff. Everything's going to get back into the swing of things normally, okay? Because I feel like I disappointed a lot of people yesterday. You know, oh, Phil's back, and they come back and like, wow, he's really stressed, and he's acting like a jerk, and he's screaming, and, you know, he's not having a good time with Street Fighter, and now he's talking about money again, and what the hell happened here?
He's talking
It
about
wasn't
money
like
every
this. You're
fucking
right.
day, dude.
You're right. This stuff really could get to me, and it did.
Every
It got to me
fucking day you
yesterday, and
talk
I'm
about
sorry
it.
for that. I need to do better. Like I said, I'm human, and it's weird because
Oh
we had
my
such
gosh.
a great
Now we got the I'm
streak, such a
human
great
fucking
thing
rant.
to go with.
Are you sure?
And then
Are you sure you're human though, Phil? Because every time you fucking open your mouth, you sound like an inhuman person. You're like, well, the human moon, you know, guys. I'm like, no, the fucking moon, not the human moon. You live on Earth too, dumbass. Like, seriously. Then he's like, oh, well, I'm human too. I'm like, are you so sure? Because I honestly don't think you are sometimes. Like, your skin suit's fucking falling off and, like, wrinkling up like crazy, and then you act like the most, like, weirdest fucking person.
the stupid weekend screwed everything up and made me really feel awful, quite frankly. All right. So let's talk about all of that. All right. I swear to you, I will try to do better. But let's talk about what happened. All right. Let's just get into it before we get to the schedule and everything. I think we should talk about what actually happened and give you a whole story of what happened over the weekend.
Oh, I can't wait.
All right. So, first of all, this was already a short streaming week, only a 5-day streaming week for me. Okay.
Get your hand out of my face.
And basically, we're in a situation where I'm already pressed for time. I want to play all the games as much as I can. But at the same time, I know I can't please everyone. Right? Plus, I need to squeeze in my React stream, which happens every Saturday.
Which is shit anyway.
DSP Reacts, and they deserve to have their React stream, regardless of the fact that it's a slower week, or excuse me, a shorter week. I need to have that React.
Yeah, you catch that? Regardless of the fact that it's a slower week. Oh, I meant shorter week. Probably both, Phil.
Stream happen. So, you know, I'm trying to figure all this out. And another determination that we made for this week is that this week I wasn't really going to play any new characters in Street Fighter 6, or if I did, I was going to keep it to a minimum. Instead, I was going to try to focus in on the characters I'd already been using and get better with them. So,
no one cares about
Friday,
Street Fighter 6 anymore.
I started playing a daytime
Street
stream of Street Fighter 6, and I played with Blanca
because it's
and Lily,
so fucking
and
boring.
I was doing good and getting better.
And how many times do I have to say that? You know, it's like us detractors are burnt out on him playing Street Fighter 6. I almost guarantee his dumbass denthead fans are probably burnt out of him playing Street Fighter 6. Wasn't he supposed to be a fucking variety streamer? Well, like, I guess you're just throwing that all away. And didn't he mention before how he wasn't going to try to be a competitive player anymore in Street Fighter 6, dude, and everything like that? I'm like, so you're just basically killing your own fucking YouTube channel yourself by being boring as fuck and only focusing on Street Fighter 6 essentially and no other games. And then you're going to complain that these other games are taking way too long when you never play them.
And then I ran out of time. And I'm like, dude, I'm in the groove right now. Let's just make the whole day Street Fighter 6, right? Let's do that. Because I feel like if I do that, I'm going to end up learning a lot more and we're going to do better. And it was absolutely positively true. I did a late night stream of Street Fighter 6 on Friday, so it was just like Street Fighter Friday. All day was Street Fighter. I had the best time ever with Blanca. I had a 15 win streak.
See, that's the problem. All he cares about is how he's feeling. Oh, I had a great time. I was playing Blanca. I was getting wins. I was getting in that groove back, getting that vibe back. Meanwhile, he's getting almost next to no new views or anything like that because his fans are bored to fucking tears all the time because they don't give a shit. It's like the only thing he cares about is his own entertainment. He doesn't give a crap about his viewers or entertaining other people at all. He just cares about his own entertainment that he gets out of shit.
Most wins and losses ever with the character. I think it was like 19 wins and 4 losses. My rank went way up. I did really, really good. I was even learning good strategies and combos and things that were really outstanding. And, overall, just great stuff. Really, really great stuff. Okay?
Again, no mention.
So then Saturday happens. I'm like, well,
like
we didn't do Zelda Friday night like we were supposed to because I decided to do Street Fighter 6 all day.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll do Zelda, Saturday night instead. Now, admittedly, some people are upset. They're like, well, you're supposed to do Zelda Friday night. You lied. Well, I mean, yeah, 10.
Yeah, you fucking lied, Phil. Because you changed your mind at the last second. And it's obvious your fans are actually wanting you to play other fucking games and not just constantly playing Street Fighter all the goddamn time, dummy. And so obviously they're gonna get pissed off when you keep playing fucking Street Fighter 6 instead of an actual game you were supposed to play that you promised. And oh no, technically I didn't lie. I'm like, yeah, you fucking
You're right.
did.
But at the same time, I do have the ability to change my schedule around. I was feeling what the audience wanted. They wanted.
Well, yeah, it's up to you. It's your decision. But then don't bitch that support is fucking low or viewership is low or what's the word he uses all the time? No one's talking to me in chat. There's no communication going on. Yeah, because they're fucking leaving every time you play Street Fighter 6. See, you don't get to bitch about not making your fucking your goals or anything like that when you fucking constantly don't give a shit about your audience.
Street Fighter, I was doing good.
So
I was
shut the
getting
fuck
better,
up about it.
Right? So let's do it Saturday night instead. We'll bump it a day. So I did my usual DSP versus the internet stream, and I'd say it went pretty well. I would say since we're randomizing the playlists rather than just going first come first serve order, I think that the videos we're watching, it's a little better. This week, by the way, we didn't get through all the videos. Definitely not. I want to say we got through like 20 something out of the 40 videos that were nominated, like the high 20s. So we maybe got through like 2/3 of the videos. So the random order worked because it allowed a variety of videos to be watched and not all the videos from the same people. So it's a good thing we're using the shuffle playlist. I feel like it really worked well. Okay. So then, as we're ending DSP versus the internet, I'm literally giving my closing thoughts on the final video that I'm reacting to. And as I'm giving my closing thoughts, boom, my internet goes out completely. Now, I've seen this happen before, but usually it's during a DDoS attack or DDoS attack, denial of service. And it looks just like that at first. And I'm like, oh man, did someone actually get my IP address and hit me with a denial of service? I don't know. But then something funny happened. I realized all the internet in the house went out. It wasn't just this internet line in the office that I stream with, because I have 2 internet lines. I have one upstairs, and this is for uploading and streaming. And I have one downstairs, and that's for things like the wireless connection to my...
Because you're a fucking moron, and you like to waste money. He's such a fucking idiot. 2 business class internet lines, folks. And I heard someone suggest that, like, he might pay, like, $200 or $300 each for each fucking line a month. How fucking insane is that? He is pissing money away left and right, and he doesn't give a shit.
Watching TV downstairs and stuff like that.
You can do that without one internet connection,
and they don't interfere with each other. So I'm like, if
so
both lines went out
at
once,
too.
there's absolutely no way I got hit with a double DDoS. That didn't happen. It had to have been that the internet's actually out, legit. So I check everything, and yeah, everything's out. I contact my neighbor.
Oh, no.
Yes, my neighbor's internet's out too. All right. So
that's a big exit out too, because we all know how much of a fucking hermit he is and how afraid he is to go outside even, let alone to go out to buy shit. There's no way he even knows what his fucking neighbors like fucking names are, let alone the phone numbers and texting them and all that stuff. There's no way in hell he knows what that is. So that's a huge X to fucking down right there.
I figure we'll wait a little bit. I'll have dinner. I can't upload or anything. Right now, here's the thing. When the internet goes out, the only way that I have the ability to go and talk to you guys is by connecting with my cell phone internet, the 5G internet that my cell phone has. All right,
so we don't
to their wireless network. Excuse me. And to try to post up via Twitter or make a community post via my phone. Now, here's the big thing, and this is what a lot of people didn't know or didn't understand. I don't have good cell phone reception at home. To give you some perspective, right now, I have 1 bar in my office. Okay? If I move around my upper floor, I can get upwards of 3 bars. But it usually dips down to 1 bar or 0 bars all the time. It's not a consistent thing in my home. All right? It's just not good cell service.
Nothing about you is consistent,
and in fact,
Phil.
I need to drive around the corner, and then cell service is great. I have better cell service if I leave my block than if I'm on my block. All right? And it's not just my cell phone company. It's all cell phone companies here. It's just the service is not good. It's that gated community,
dude.
The internet is fine. The internet's working. My phone is always connected to my internet, and that's how I do everything from home. Dude. So some people think, well, why don't you get a 5G hotspot? Why don't you have the 4G backup that your internet company offers? Because it doesn't work. It's just as bad as my cell phone internet. I literally would not be able to stream on it because the connection is awful. You understand?
No, of course you haven't actually tried it.
If you have bad cell phone reception, you have bad cell phone reception. I just can't improve it. All right? It's one of the reasons why I need to have the internet.
It's probably all the different electronic devices on at all 100% all the time.
Satellite internet, that's terrible out here. Like, I have to use Comcast. They're the one option I have to be able to do the streaming and stuff that I do on a daily basis. They're the only one.
You don't need business class internet to stream, Phil.
The cellular style satellite service isn't good enough. There's nothing you can do. Okay?
Nothing I can do, dude.
That being said,
you need fiber optics is what you need.
I tried my best to try. Oh, by the way, I just went to 2 bars as I'm sitting here. You see what I mean? It fluctuates like crazy. It goes 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0, 2, 0. That's how it works.
0, 2, 0, 1, 1, 1.
I tried
binary. Like, for me, where I live, like, we have underground power lines. There's no above ground power lines. All the power lines are underground. So that actually limits us to only being able to have Spectrum. Yeah. So I don't know if Spectrum is the same as Comcast or if Comcast is different than Spectrum. I think it's all the fucking same. I don't know. Because it used to be Roadrunner. Now it's fucking Spectrum. But Spectrum is the only one that has underground, that will work with underground power lines at my apartment. So we literally can only have fucking Spectrum. That limits us. But he is not limited. And especially near Seattle, like, they probably have a bunch of fucking fiber optic stuff out there, you know? So it's like he does have options. You don't need fucking business class internet to fucking stream. You really don't. Let alone 2. You definitely don't need fucking 2. You're just a moron. And you can get one of those, like, extenders to help, like, boost, like you were saying, the fucking 5G or 4G hotspots will probably help. Especially in situations like this, dummy.
Keep you guys in the know. I let you know, hey, if I can come back tonight, I'll do the Zelda stream on late night. Sorry that the stream ended the way it did. But in the meantime,
just didn't want to play
I have no way to turn off my stream on DSP Reacts. Excuse me.
You could have done it on your phone.
Because on YouTube, here's how it works. If you start a stream on desktop, the only way to turn off that stream is on a desktop computer. If you turn on a stream on your phone, the only way to stop that...
Hold on. I'm going to test this out. Why not? I'm streaming. I started the stream on desktop, technically. That's my stream there. If I go... Actually, I don't remember where the heck I need to go. So I go to... YouTube Premium, YouTube Studio here. Loading. Oh no, it's different. So it's an app? Let me just download this. Yeah, so there's a YouTube Studio fucking app. And I almost guarantee this would be the exact same thing as connecting to the... I'm downloading it now, so I'm like, that'll take a while. But yeah, so like, You could just download the fucking app and probably stop your stream that way, dummy. But it doesn't seem like there's a way to do it through the phone normally. If you don't have the app, though. But if you started it through the phone, you obviously can, but I don't think you did. Actually, it's almost done.
Mobile stream is on your phone. You can't actually do the crossover. Like, I can't stop a phone stream on my desktop. I can't stop a desktop stream on my phone. The option's not even there. Okay? So this stream is endlessly on, and people are confused. They're going to the stream and talking in the chat and saying, is this stream still on? What happened? What happened to Philly? She's gone. You know, it's very weird or bizarre or whatever. So people can't figure it out. So I can't turn the stream off. We're just stuck. It's endlessly going. So I try to log in to the Comcast website to get an update. And it takes forever because, like I said, my cell phone service is so bad. It's constantly just losing connection. It took me probably about 45 minutes to finally log into the Comcast site. And the Comcast site claims, oh, your internet will be back by 6:40 p.m. So I'm like, oh, good. I'll be able to do my late stream. So my wife and I can't do anything. We eat dinner. We're like, we can't do nothing. So we took a nap. We took a nap on the couch. What else are you going to do? There's no internet in the house. You can't do anything.
Oh, my God.
So I wake up at 6:40 p.m.
There's nothing I could do because the internet's out. So we might as well just fucking go to sleep like a bunch of old fucking people. Because there's nothing to fucking, literally fucking nothing to do. Because, there's nothing to do because the internet's out, dude. So I can't do anything. I'm like, yes, there's a ton of stuff you can do with the internet. This man would have fucking, like, I know he was technically, he's older than I am. So he was technically born before the internet was a fucking thing. I know that. But god damn, he's acting like these like little kids who's like, well, what can I do? The internet's out. Like the same video I made when he was when they ran out of power. That's what he's acting like. He's acting like, hold on a second. Sorry. He's acting like his whole house ran out of power. Now, running out of power and running out of internet are two totally different fucking things. Two different things, right? Like, if you run out of power, that fucking sucks, yeah. Because you can't see anything, and if it's a long duration, then your food's gonna go bad in your fridge and everything. You can't really cook. It's just a whole all around shitty time, right? But if you just use the internet for not even a full 24 hours, it's not that big a fucking deal. Like I said, he has DVDs. He has Blu-rays. The other day, he was saying something about he and his wife watched Fragile Rock on Blu-ray, right? So it's like, if you're watching Fragile Rock on fucking Blu-ray, then you have some fucking Blu-rays hanging around that you could watch something together. Or, God forbid, read a book. I know it's like the 21st century and everything. Wait, actually, is it the 22nd century? I don't fucking know. I'm all kinds of discombobulated right now. But yeah, no, it was like, you can read a fucking book. You have movies you can watch. You can play a game offline. There are you probably have plenty of games that you can actually play offline, dummy. But he doesn't want to do that because he's not making money off of it if he does it without streaming.
And I go and check, there's no internet.
That's the problem, though. He can't play his fucking WWE champions, though, because the internet's so bad. And that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to fucking play WWE champions.
So I go and check the business website. Oh, update. So now your internet should be live by like 7:45. Wait a minute. Right? Like, what is this? So I tell you all, I guess the stream's canceled because I can't come back. There's no internet. 7:45 comes and rolls around. There's no internet. Oh, they changed it now. 9:45. I was like, all right, I'm seeing a pattern here. What's happening is they don't know. They don't really care to actually communicate that, but instead they're going to keep lying to the customer, which is probably the worst thing you can do. Instead of having unreasonable expectations, just don't give the expectation. I told you guys this a million times.
What?
You under-promise and you over-deliver. You don't over-promise and under-deliver. If they keep giving ETAs that are blatantly wrong, all they're going to do is piss off the customer.
No, they're just going to piss off you because you're retarded. That's all it is. It's like, yeah, we think it's going to take this long. And then if it's wrong, it's like, I'm sorry, it's actually going to take this long because they they didn't realize how bad of an issue it was or something. Or maybe it just took a little bit longer. That's normal, dumbass. You would not last 2 seconds owning an actual fucking business, like, at all. At all. He doesn't fucking know. Oh my gosh.
Customer, and that's exactly what they did. It's the worst thing they could do. Their customer service is fucking horrible. Okay, so here I am thinking, oh, it's going to come back. Oh, it's going to come back. Oh, it's going to come back. Never comes back.
Actually,
so,
yeah, your customer service sucks ass.
I have no internet all night. All right.
So poor
first,
baby.
My wife and I are like, well, what should we do? We have no internet. Well, we have some things to do around the house. We do some housekeeping. We actually had a series of cat newsletters that we had built up over a course of several months. We were reading and enjoying cat newsletters and stuff like that.
What?
Finally, it's apparent. It's like maybe 9-10 p.m. It's apparent the internet's not coming back.
Guys. We have a bunch of cat newsletters that keep coming in, and we just piled it up. And his house is like probably a hoarder's wet dream at this point. It sounds like he never makes it sound like his house is neat and tidy. Like there's shit all over the floor, so you can't even walk around fucking barefoot. And then on top of that, they have newspapers just piling up all over the place. You got bags of cat litter in the fucking garage. This is like fucking like a dilapidated abandoned house. It's not abandoned, but it's like a dilapidated, rundown piece of shit house that's falling apart into disrepair, just hoarding a bunch of stuff all the time. Like, you literally have no books. You literally, and I'm like, I understand, like, not that many people like to read, but you don't even have, like, game magazines laying around or anything. Like, I still have a bunch of those older Game Informers, Electronic Gaming Monthly things laying around. I have a bunch of manga, but I know he's not into that, but, like, I'm just saying what I have that I could read. I have a bunch of different fucking manga. I got a bunch of, like, horror and sci-fi books. Like, a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays that well, not a bunch, but I have some Blu-rays and DVDs I could play or watch. And then on top of that, we all know he has fucking games that do not require an internet connection. We know this. He has games that don't require an internet connection, but he doesn't fucking want to play them because he doesn't actually like these games, and he only views it as actually working. And he can't play WW Champions, and this is evidence that this right here, folks, is actual evidence, in my opinion, that on his time off when he's not streaming, all he does is sit down on a couch and play WW Champions on his phone all the time, right? All the time. Because he is lost without having WW Champions to play on his phone. He is fucking lost. He doesn't know what the hell to do. He has no games he could play on his phone, apparently, because the internet reception, or the phone 4G is bad. So it's like he can't even play that. So this is just proving that he is lost without it. He needs that WW champion.
And we're like, what are we going to do tonight? Because we have no internet, and everything we do is on the internet. Everything we watch, everything we listen to. And I'm like, well, you know what? We got rid of a lot of them, but we do still have some Blu-rays left.
See?
And we do still have the PS4. We could hook up the PS4 to the TV, and we could watch some Blu-rays tonight. So we started going through everything that I had, and I don't have that much left. I have, like, Christmas movies and stuff like that. Obviously, not watching Christmas stuff now. I have a few Disney movies left over that we saved.
I think he's over-exaggerating how many Blu-rays and DVDs he actually got rid of. I still think he has quite a bit of them. But we all know how much of a hard-on he fucking seems to have for Christmas movies. Like, oh, it's Christmas time. We gotta sit down and watch Christmas movies together, Kat. And Kat probably doesn't want any of that shit. She's like, ugh.
I have the entire series of Fraggle Rock on Blu-ray. That's a childhood Muppet show that I used to watch when I was a kid on HBO, and I absolutely loved it. And I bought the Blu-ray at one point. We had the entire Batman animated series, which is kind of fun, and a few other odds and ends. Okay.
So watch Batman.
So we're looking at all this, Oh, Fringe, the whole TV show Fringe, that sci-fi show. I have that whole series on Blu-ray too. I saved that.
So watch that.
So
What's
we're
wrong
gonna
with
do it
that?
all, and my
I never
wife's
even
making a
heard of
tough
Fringe.
decision. She's like, man, I don't know. Do I want to watch sci-fi? Do I want to watch more cutesy stuff? And we decide, let's watch Fraggle Rock. Why not? Just kill time watching Fraggle Rock. I haven't watched it in a million years. So
The worst one you could have picked out of the ones you listed, and you were gonna watch that one. All right. I mean, I can't say much. I do like Muppets every once in a while, but like, you're gonna pass on Batman the Animated Series for fucking Fraggle Rock?
ended up
Really?
watching a few episodes of Fraggle Rock. Took,
Really?
like, a couple hours of just watching Fraggle Rock, and by now it's time to go to sleep. Like, well, hopefully the internet will be back by the morning. What
I
else are
need
you gonna do?
you,
Right? So I tell
internet,
you all
please
before I go to
come
sleep. I was like,
back.
say guys, just so you know,
What do I have to
this internet company, they
sacrifice
keep
to
lying,
have it come
and
back?
that we can do. I'll hopefully be back in the morning and be able to stream Dalsim for you guys like I want to.
Yeah,
All right?
because yeah. I mean, and someone else brought this up too, but it's like you could still go on Street Fighter 6 and practice. You do all this shit about being in the labs on stream and everything like that. Fucking go on Street Fighter 6 and actually practice Dalsim more so you don't suck so fucking bad. Like, how hard is that? Like, you don't have to record every single fucking bit of it. Or you could.
So
Like, okay, so you don't have internet, right? But you can still record and screen capture stuff from your TV and PlayStation 5, or no, it's Xbox, sorry, Xbox. You still can do that, right? So why not record only and not stream yourself, like, since he has to record everything, otherwise it's a waste of time, right? So why don't he just practice fucking the fighting the computer, the AI, with Dalsim or whoever in the labs offline, and record that, and then you will have something to fucking upload when the internet does come back. How hard is that? No, he doesn't think about shit like that. It's like, yeah, the internet's technically down. You can't play anyone online, but either do more of the single player mode and just record it instead of stream it, and eventually you'll get views on it. You'll have something to upload, and then you can get the fucking ad revenue and shit for it. And people will probably be willing to do more super thinks on it because they weren't there live for it. But no, he doesn't fucking think
go
about
to
that,
sleep.
does he?
And by the way, as I'm going to sleep, they update and it says, oh, your internet will be back by 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Okay. By the way, in the meantime, no, Comcast didn't reach out to any customer to tell them that there was an outage at all. You had to somehow figure it out for yourself. And if you have no internet, how do you do that? So they leave you in the weeds. They don't care. So they had a service where it says you can sign up to get text updates when your internet comes back. So I signed up for it. I said, yes, here's my cell phone number. Here you go. Text me when the internet comes back so I know what's going on and I can stream. Okay? So I go to sleep and I wake up in the morning. It's now, probably like 8:30 to 9 a.m. on Sunday. No internet. I was like, this is ridiculous. So now it's been, 16, 17 hours with no internet? What is going on? And so I talk with my neighbors again, and they're like, yeah, we still have no internet either. And now I'm actually able to go online. I'm able to see like a service map. And the service map says it's not just me, it's not just my neighbors. It's about 9,000 people, including businesses that are all affected. And it's in my entire region, basically, 7 different zip codes were affected. And here's the thing that really sucks. It was Father's Day yesterday. There are a lot of businesses that rely on Father's Day business. Restaurants are huge on Father's Day. And guess what? All the restaurants around here had no internet.
Phil, I hate to break it to you, but most restaurants, like a good 85 to 90% of restaurants actually rely on people coming in and either ordering takeout to go or people coming in and sitting down and eating. Like, only a very small percentage of fucking restaurants rely on DoorDash, dummy. Like, just because you fucking constantly do all the time because you're too fucking lazy to actually go out of the house and actually get anything or actually like exercise and walk around for once in your fucking life doesn't mean everyone fucking else is. Most people Like, especially for Father's Day? Especially for Father's Day. No one's fucking DoorDash. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so pissed off today. I'm just irritated. And I'm taking it out on him because he's such a moron. But, like, for Father's Day, no one's going to order fucking DoorDash and give your father, your dad, here, dad, and hand him a little plastic baggie of fucking food. No. You're going to take your dad out. You're going to sit down in a nice restaurant or something and talk to him and have a good fucking Father's Day. No one's gonna fucking DoorDash be a ungrateful fucking kid and DoorDash a fucking meal for their father for Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Here's this cold fucking food we got from fucking, like, who does that? Well, obviously Phil does that apparently because that's where his fucking brain goes to. But, like, normal people don't fucking do that, dummy. Jesus.
So they couldn't accept any internet-based payments. They could only take cash on Father's Day. A day.
They could take credit cards. Right? No. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think I see what he's getting, but he's just a dumbass. So, I work in retail, right? The credit card machine system is not on, I don't think it's on Wi-Fi. I'm pretty sure if, like, the internet just the internet went down, I'm pretty sure the credit card system would still go through fine. So, like, someone could still make a payment on a credit card and it would still go through. Same with food stamps because it's not, I don't think it's relying on Wi-Fi or generic Wi-Fi. It's more like, I don't think it's relying on the internet. I don't know if I'm being stupid or if he's being stupid, honestly, here. But I'm pretty sure it's like, even if the internet went down, it would still go through. Plus, you can still write a check and fucking make cash. Everyone fucking loves paying with cash where I work, so I don't know. I think, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter about internet or Wi-Fi at all. Anyway, for the credit cards, like, unless it's DoorDash specifically. But if you actually go into a store and slide your card, I'm pretty sure it would work even if the internet was down.
When naturally they're going to have more business and need the business.
Because, it still fucking worked, like, back before internet was invented. You could still fucking pay with credit cards. So what the hell is he talking about?
So just think about that, right?
Oh.
So I'm looking everywhere, all right, and
being an idiot.
Basically, I'm in a situation where, what are we gonna do? There's no internet.
What are we gonna do?
My internet company is not giving a proper ETA whatsoever. I said,
because
my
they
wife,
don't know when it's
here's
gonna
what we're gonna do. I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna talk to someone, and if they can't tell me when the internet's coming back today, we're just gonna go out. We're gonna have a whole day wasted. What an awful thing to sit at home all day with nothing to do, right? Because everything we like to do is on the internet. So we're not gonna waste our day.
Gosh.
We're gonna go out.
These people are so pathetic. So pathetic. Phil, are you guys saying your, like, lives are basically over, your life stop if the internet goes out? Like, how did you survive before the internet was a thing? Like, I know most things now are kind of relying on internet more, obviously, but Jesus Christ, there's still things you can fucking do. If my internet ran out right now for a day, like, yeah, it would be a slight inconvenience and I would be slightly inconvenienced or whatever, but I wouldn't be like, oh, my whole day off is wasted, my internet's down. I would still be able to play my games because I actually play games for fun, unlike some people. Even if I really wanted to, I could still record a video and then upload those videos after the fact when the internet comes back. I could still read stuff. I could still watch movies. Like, yeah, it would be a little annoying not being able to talk with my friends online. That would be the only thing I would really miss, though. But yeah, like, he has a bunch of games that he could play, and it wouldn't be a waste of time, because he could still fucking record it. You guys are so fucking pathetic. Like, without technology, you guys would be the first to die if, like, some kind of, like, massive power, like, if if God forbid, like our one of our enemies launches like an EMP or something device, he would be like one of the first people to like fucking die or lose their minds. Like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? I can't survive without my modern
We're gonna have a day out,
conveniences.
which is rare that we would just do that. We never do that randomly. But hey, why not? Why not just go out and enjoy the day, right?
I can't enjoy the day
So
with my
I
wife
call the
at
internet company.
home.
They won't let you speak to a human. Because basically what you do is you put in
You
your
know what
information and
else
say,
you can
oh,
do
we
with
detected
your
you have an
wife
internet outage in
on
your
a day
area.
with no internet?
We
That's
cannot
really
help
fun.
you. I'm serious. This is what the line says, the automated line. We cannot
Well,
help
he
you with
wouldn't
that.
think of that. But...
Even if you talk to a customer service rep, they still cannot help you with that. Therefore, you know, we'll contact you when it's better. Have a good day. And the line hung up on me.
So?
Yeah, that's the customer support that Comcast has. The line tells you we can't help you and hangs up on you. Wow, that's amazing. That's really great customer support. Like, wow, thanks so much. Really makes me want to really stay with your company, doesn't it? Right?
So
Like, that's
switch
just
to a different company and
outstanding.
stop bitching?
So, after being hung up on and told that I can't talk to anyone, I said to my wife, we're going out. So, she got ready. Now, that entails putting on her makeup and everything and getting nice and dressed up.
Maybe she
And
shouldn't
so we
put
go
on
out.
a makeup considering
And we
how
went and got a little bit of food.
much she puts on.
And then
all
we
the
went out and
time.
we did a few things. Like, there were a few things we had wanted to do on our day off last week. We didn't have time because we had so many appointments and things, we didn't get to them. So, I'm not going to tell you too many of the things that we did, nothing too crazy. But one of the things that we ended up doing that we didn't get to do is we actually went to Bed Bath & Beyond. Now, for those who don't know, Bed Bath & Beyond is going out of business. They've declared bankruptcy. They're closing all their stores the end of this month.
Oh no,
and
I won't be able to buy overpriced soaps.
semi-frequently, not all the time. And we enjoy shopping there every once in a while. The problem was the prices there were always too expensive, and things rarely went on sale.
That's
so we
why
went
it's
in
going
there.
out of business.
The entire store is 40% off. Some things are 60 or more percent off. All right. So we start going around the store, and we're like, oh crap! It's not just like, oh, you know, junk. Everything they had in the store. And by the way, this store has a giant like drug department. I'm like, dude, we even wanted to get allergy medicine for the longest time, and allergy medicine is incredibly expensive. Well, here it was like 50%.
What? Phil, allergy medicine is incredibly expensive? No, it's not, Phil. Oh my god. No. I've been wanting to get allergy medicine for the longest time, and it's just so expensive because I gotta buy brand name Flonase, and I can't buy the off brand, which is half the price with the same fucking ingredients in it. No, I need to buy the extremely extra strength Flonase double brand fucking. And I've been wanting to get it for years and years, and I just couldn't afford it. Being what, $20? Maybe? And that's like on the higher end, probably. Ooh, but it's half off, so now I can get it for $10. Or, you know, it's still more expensive than if you were to buy Equate brand or some other store name store generic brand instead. Like, I buy the generic for Zyrtec and it works perfectly fine. You know why? Because the ingredients are the same fucking thing. Same fucking thing, Phil. Ingredients, same thing. It doesn't matter if it's store brand or not. It all has the same shit in it. I can't believe this. It's like, yeah, you go into the store where everything's like half price or cheaper. It's like, and your first thought is, finally, I can get that. I can get that allergy medicine I was really looking forward to. I was saving up my money and I was saving up my shekels so I can get that Claritin DM, the extra strength Claritin. Oh, thank God, I can finally get it now. My snort sacs will drain and all that mucus will throw down the back of my throat, and I won't have to sneeze so much.
Off. So I got a bottle
Jesus
of Flonase
Christ.
that's normally $19 for like $9.
You see? I was right. Fuck. Philip. Philberts. Yeah, you know what? If you go to Walmart right now and you look up the Equate brand version of Flonase, it'll probably be like maybe $7, $6 or $7, and it has the same fucking shit in it that Flonase does, Phil. But he is such a fucking consumer and is so brainwashed by like materialism and consumerism that like he thinks that if it's an actual name brand, it'll work better, and that's not the
I
case.
got, all these. Basically, we stocked up on everything. We walked in there and we stocked up on all the shit that we use, and we got it all like half price. I was like, wow, I'm actually really, really glad that we came here today because we're actually going to save a ton of money in the long run with all this stuff. Where I stocked up on mouthwash, all the things that you would use.
It's pretty clear you're not trying to actually actively save for money at all because you don't even think about or try to buy generic.
Your house that anything that's like toothpaste, mouthwash, medicine, those kind of
all
things
the
are
most
usually
expensive
and we got them all half
shit.
price. I was like, wow, this is really good. So we ended up stocking up on that stuff. Now, while we're there, all right, I get a text from one of my neighbors. And one of my neighbors says, oh, I think the internet's back. And I'm like, well, I signed up for the text notifications from Comcast. They didn't send me anything. Are you sure? And another neighbor texts me and says, well, I'm not an internet expert like you, but all the lights are back on my modem.
Oh my gosh, this did not happen at all. At all. There's no way in hell this happened. Yeah, look, I'm sorry. I was on Walmart looking it up. Non-drowsy allergy relief compared to Flonase active ingredients, $8 on Walmart right now. Full prescription strength. $8 at Walmart he could have gone to, and it's the same active ingredients that is in Flonase for half the price of Flonase. Although technically Flonase is $16, not 20, but so maybe not quite half the price, but still cheaper and about the same price he was talking about. But no, the extra fucking doubt, Phil. No one, like, you don't even talk to like your fucking parents. You barely talk to Kat. You're not just going out and chit-chatting with the neighbors all the time and texting them on and off all the fucking time. And they definitely didn't fucking say you're a fucking internet expert. No way in hell. Oh, no, it did not happen.
I think my internet's working. And I was like, oh shit, so maybe the internet went back on. So I said to Kat, all right, let's wrap it up here, right? We were already out for a couple of hours. Let's
we need to run home right now.
Let's try to get home. Now, what sucks is my wife's like, well, it kind of sucks because
right now
we did get ready to have a day out, like a whole day out, and we've only been out for a couple of hours. But at the same time, yeah, it makes sense to come home now. The internet's on and everything.
It makes sense now to come home.
We basically rushed back
being
home.
with you, dear.
Okay. And
Go away.
The internet was working again.
Go back to your lair and play Skyrim.
Thank God my neighbors told me, because if my neighbors didn't tell me, I never would have known the internet was back, because again, Comcast didn't do what they said they were going to do and text me to tell me my internet was back. So as you know, I rushed to try to get a stream going, and there was no podcast, there was no intro, there was no relaxing, there was no talking. It was just go right into Street Fighter 6 with Dalsim, which...
So you did the thing that all your fans were begging you to do for fucking years. For years, his fans were begging him to skip all this bullshit podcast, to skip all this begging, and just jump right into fucking gameplay. And the only time he fucking does it is because he technically didn't have a choice, supposedly. And he just wanted to jump in. Wow.
Is a daunting endeavor. Because number one...
Gosh.
Street Fighter 6 Dalsim is not as good as previous iterations of Dalsim. He's actually quite weak compared to other Dalsims.
So, change to a different character then? Like, how hard is that? Change to a different character.
A lot of people who are playing the game at a high level are saying he's actually one of the worst characters in the game, like D tier
can't do that.
out of the entire game.
I think you're D tier.
He has incredible disadvantages. And we'll talk about that in a second, because we'll talk about how I did in Street Fighter 6. I have my new stats updated and everything, which we're going to talk about. So I'm trying to play this character. Now, keep in mind, no lead-in, no relaxing, I didn't go to training mode and practice anything. I got to watch one video, a 15-minute video the night before of someone who was high-ranked playing with Dalsim, and I was trying to apply that to my gameplay. I did to some extent. There was a couple tricks I was learning and using, but no, for the most part, I didn't get to implement that much because my internet hadn't been working. I wasn't able to watch a bunch of videos to implement that into my gameplay. It was just me trying to learn for myself. So here I am,
Get your
rushing
fucking
back to
hand
stream,
out
trying to
of
do an
your
impromptu
fucking
stream
face.
for you guys with arguably the hardest character in the game to use. Big disadvantages, tough execution, doesn't have a lot of tools, but I'm still trying to win. And what ended up happening was I died a ton. I lost a lot.
So,
by far,
like
I
any
know
other time then, huh?
I got my ass handed to me way more than I won. And what's funny about it is, much like whenever I play Street Fighter, I ended up kind of getting into a groove and getting win streaks at the very tail end of the stream. So I basically, by the end, I stayed an extra hour, by the way. Normally I end my stream at 4, but because it started so late, like 2:30, I stayed till 5. By the time that it was almost 5, I was like, oh my God, we're about to get into like a groove. I'm winning and everything. And I ran out of time. I'm like, oh my God. So, and by the way, so we were like, what did you have for dinner? Well, do you really think that we were going to come home and cook after all that? No. So we just ordered some sandwiches. I got a Jersey Mike sandwich, you know, a chicken cheesesteak like I usually get when I go there. Big deal, right? So I took a shower and I jumped back on the
and
late
makes
stream.
It sound like, oh,
and
big deal.
I tried to reapply myself with another 2 hours of Dalsim.
Like,
well, again, it went long. It was almost a 3-hour stream. And I feel like, here's the thing. I feel like I learned, but even with everything that I learned, it's not enough to beat basic guessing and spamming with other characters. I'll give you some examples, okay? Dalsim seems very effective at long range. In fact, that seems to be his best range.
Now we get into the boring shit.
Fireball guessing and his limbs, all right? And if he can keep you at that range and mix you up, basically that's his most effective. But the moment that someone gets close to Dalsim, now you're in trouble because basic moves beat a lot of his stuff from mid-range. For example, any character with a fast jab, all right, the jab will likely beat it. Anything Dalsim is doing up close, it'll probably beat it. And if anyone hits the jab, they can just keep mashing, and if it combos, now they get a dash cancel combo, and you lose 60% health. It's stupid. It's really stupid. Now, in addition to that, Dalsim, most of his moveset is just stretchy limbs, right? But not all of his stretchy limbs are cancelable. What does that mean? So let's say, for example, I'm doing a stretching punch, okay? Sometimes with certain stretching punches, he can just do the punch and that's it. You can't do anything after it. Other times you can do the punch and if it connects, or even if they block it, you can cancel it into another move and that makes it safe. Meaning, oh, they blocked it, oh, do a fireball. Now you've defended yourself. They can't hit you after, right? They can't punish the fact that you didn't hit them. The problem is, most of Dalsim's good normals are not cancelable. So I'm talking standing medium punch, standing fierce punch, standing medium kick. None of these are cancelable. And because they're not, anytime you throw one out, if someone just decides to randomly do the drive impact move, it blows right through it. And you have no ability to avoid it. Unlike other characters who they throw out a move and drive impact's coming out. Oh, well, you'll recover and you can do your own drive impact. Dalsim's too slow. His limbs are slow, and therefore they're going to hit you with their drive impact, all right? And you're going to get owned. And again, this is what kept happening, is throwing out a fierce punch, and if it hits, wow, this is great. It pushes the enemy back. They're in the position I need, and I can win the round. Or I throw the fierce punch, and the enemy just happens to guess, and they mash drive impact. It goes right through my move, counter hits, 60+% damage combo. Well, they guessed. They just guessed. It wasn't like they knew what I was doing.
Well,
they just guessed that I was going to do that one.
Even if they guessed, and it still a viable option, you know? And it still works.
And this is the problem with Dalsim. It feels like they didn't give him enough tools.
Crap.
Like, keep in mind, in Street Fighter V, Dalsim was simple.
Maybe it's because you're so fucking predictable and you're a pattern player, low-level gamer that they can easily guess.
Similar, but there was no drive impact. So with no drive impact, people couldn't abuse this. Now they can literally just stand mid-range and just wait, and every time a limb comes out, drive impact. And 50% of the time, they're going to hit you. And it's like, what the hell is that? Like, that's incredibly dumb. That's not good game design. It feels like they didn't design this character properly in the game. Like, drive impact seems to work for most characters because most characters have cancelable moves. Thank you, Jasper, for telling us that. But in reality, Dalsim doesn't. And it makes him a weak character, in my opinion. And it sucks because I like Dalsim. I've always liked him as a character design.
I really wanted to get into this game.
Yesterday, I played with Dalsim for 5 hours. All right?
Why does he always hold his hand
I don't
up
feel
the
like I
camera like that?
significantly improved my gameplay at all. Maybe a couple things I learned from watching the video. But for the most part, I mean, I maybe did 1 or 2 new combos. and there's 1 or 2 new strategies to help keep away the enemy. But outside of that, I don't think he's very viable. When
So,
literally anyone
why
who
are you
has
sitting here bitching about it and just change to a different character? How hard is that?
good moves from mid,
Okay, there's two options, right? If, like, let's say Delsim is like your favorite character ever. It's like, oh, this is my number one character. Either get good scrub, or if it's not very good and viable in this game, you're gonna have to switch to a secondary character you can pick. It's like one of those two options. Sitting here bitching about it all the time is not
can
gonna
dominate
change
you
anything.
and hit you with a 60% combo on a guess, and you have no recourse for it. That's awful. In addition,
You do
Dhalsim
have
really has no
recourse
tools to
for
get
it.
out of
There's
the corner.
recourse for
If
every
someone has
move
you
in this
cornered,
game.
all right? Here's many options in this
just
game
are
that you
so
can do.
slow to react.
Option number 1, parry. Option number 2, break a throw. Option number 3, do the drive reversal, meaning you block their attacks and then you do the reversal move that knocks them out of the corner. Option number 4, do your own standing drive impact. Option number 5, do an anti-air if they jump. Or option number 6, dash forward. Out of all of those options, all right, here's the problem. I'll go through each of them. Number 1, the parry almost never works because Dhalsim is a character who uses a lot of meter. So he almost never has enough drive meter to parry. He can probably parry once.
No,
and then
you're
he's
just
screwed.
not
He has no
very
drive
good
meter
at
left.
managing your
Okay?
meter. That's
Same thing
all.
with the drive reversal. It's good once or twice, but chances are they're going to keep getting you in the corner. You can't get out, and now you're screwed. He doesn't have a true reversal. So unlike other characters who say can get out of the corner because they have a true reversal with invincibility, Dhalsim's only true reversal is his wake up level 3 super. He needs 3 super stocks to get out of the corner. That's terrible. And even then, it's not a fast move. It's
Maybe
a move where you have to
because you're the one
capitalize
who's
on
supposed to be
them
putting
not knowing
people
you're
in
going
the
to do it
corner,
and
and
doing
you
it with
fucked
perfect
up if
reversal
you end up in
timing.
the corner.
He can't teleport out of the corner. If he does, he gets stuffed, which is terrible. There's no invincibility frames on the teleport to get out of the corner. And making matters even worse, when they are right next to you in the corner, Dhalsim literally has no anti-air that will hit the enemy. Every anti-air he has, standing jab, standing medium punch, all get stuffed from point blank neutral jump range. So when he's in the corner, he's completely boned. You literally have to try to guess and guess correctly in a rock, paper, scissors situation. And it's not about skill. It's about the person just, hey, I'll use my safe pattern. And 9 times out of 10, you're done. The whole round's over. And you nothing you can do about it. It's just really poor character design. Again, it's not like that in Street Fighter V when he played like this as well. They don't have these drive impact moves to keep you locked in the corner. So really, drive impact in some ways has completely changed Street Fighter in an interesting way, but certain characters now have been completely destroyed, and Dhalsim's one of them in my opinion. So to give you guys some perspective, okay, because I do have the updated stats here for you.
Oh my god, Skip.
That's how they designed Dhalsim. Like, crack in the armor of Street Fighter yesterday was definitely out of control. We had trolls taking
I
advantage
just
of the
skipped to a
situation
random
to play
part and he's
Dhalsim,
like picking
playing
at
out
his
day out
fucking
with my
skin.
wife. I rushed home because the internet came back.
That's because
to play
you're
Street
a
Fighter for you
loser
guys.
and have nothing else to do.
It didn't feel like it was something that was well planned or well executed. So here I am trying to learn the character. I'm stressed out. I'm screaming. I'm swearing. I'm freaking.
So again, this whole time you could have been playing and practicing with the character offline, and then you wouldn't have been so upset.
Now at every little thing that's happening.
Oh my god.
You know, and like I said, sadly the trolling yesterday was definitely out of control. We had trolls taking advantage of the situation who were showing up and basically doing stuff because they knew the mods weren't going to be here because no one knew I was going to be streaming. You know, so it makes me act poorly because I'm already stressed out, and now I'm trying to use an incredibly stressful character to use, and it's just not working out, right? And then, in addition to that, on the late stream, yeah, support was very, very slow at first, and because of that, here I am going back to my old ways, talking about support and stuff, which I shouldn't have been doing, and it just got, you know, worse and worse to the point where at the end of the night, I felt miserable.
My
really,
old
I did. I felt like
wait,
at the end of the
what
night
was that?
I had failed you guys.
You
I tried to
have.
come-
You always.
Be streaming, you know, so it makes me act poorly because I'm already stressed out, and now I'm trying to use an incredibly stressful character to use, and it's just not working out.
Again, then pick a
Right?
different character.
And then, in addition to that, on the late stream, yeah, support was very, very slow at first, and because of that, here I am going back to my old ways, talking about support and stuff.
Going back to my old ways of begging constantly that you have always been doing and haven't changed at all.
Which I shouldn't have been doing. And it just got, you know, worse and worse to the point where at the end of the night I felt miserable. Really, I did. I felt like at the end of the night that I had
Then
failed
maybe
you
you
guys.
should get a
I tried to
different
come
job,
back and
Phil.
put out an
Take a break
entertaining
from
day of
streaming.
Street Fighter, and I don't know if I really succeeded in doing that.
No,
because
you
of the
never
character I
do.
select.
You never succeed in doing that because every fucking stream you do is not entertaining to your audience. It's not entertaining to us. It's not entertaining to your fans. You are boring. And you're oversaturating your content with fucking Street Fighter 6. And it's so fucking boring. And no one gives a shit anymore.
Select it, you know.
And you refuse to play any other game anymore.
And that sucks. But here's the
And
thing.
you're gonna be dropping in support.
You don't give up,
because
you
of it.
regroup. You don't throw in the towel,
Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna
You
quit.
apply
no one
yourself.
expects you to fucking
right? Today is a normal day. My internet is working. I get to do a regular podcast today. I
Joy,
get to
we're
actually
so
relax
entertained
with you
here,
guys,
aren't we,
because
guys?
Today we're doing Zelda on the first
And
stream. We're going to make
Gales.
good progress in Zelda today, and we're going to interact and have a good time together. And it's not just about being stressed out and all this shit. Today we get back on track, correct? And that's how I feel like. Listen, you have a bad day, as long as you can come back from it, it's all good. You don't let it bring you down. You don't let it hold you back.
You
And
had a
yesterday was a
bad
bad day.
day.
I mean, I would say, yeah, the last 48 hours sucked, right? But you come back from it positively and better. And I apologize again for being so stressed out and not being myself yesterday. I know that was the case. I felt it on the streams. And I'm sorry for that. I shouldn't be overly negative. I shouldn't be stressed out. The trolls definitely were getting to me because, like, dude, these trolls won't fucking shut up. And
This
I
could
can't
be
moderate
like
while I'm
applied
playing
to
a fighting
any
game.
fucking
I just
day he
can't. I have to be
streams.
concentrated on
Basically,
the
this
game.
isn't just
I can't
the
be looking
one
at the chat
day.
constantly.
This
So
is
they definitely took advantage of
typical
that
of
for
every
sure.
fucking
All right.
stream that he does.
So, sorry. I hope today's a better day. I would think today will be a better day. All right?
Nope.
So, that being said, let's now get to what's going on today. But before we do, I'll give you a little epilogue to
done
the
yet?
internet outage story.
Oh my
okay?
god.
So, first of all, I didn't learn about what actually had happened to the internet from my internet company, Comcast. I found it out from a news story from my local news organization who posted it up on the internet and said a vandal apparently decided to damage or cut internet lines. A vandal. A random asshole. Actually,
He was
like,
one of your
with
fans.
a
He just couldn't
pole
handle you
and cut
streaming
internet
another
lines
fucking day.
for no reason. No reason. Just to do it. That's what the news story said anyway. And apparently, my internet company has absolutely no backup or redundancy plan for that to happen. So at any moment, if a line goes down, there's just an outage. There's no backup plan. There's no rerouting of internet. There's nothing, I could see,
What?
okay, a pole went down. All right, it's going to take us a couple hours, but we'll reroute, and now you'll have internet back by tonight. Oh, no, we don't have a plan for that. If the internet goes out, it's just out, and they had to physically rerun wires because apparently the wires were damaged to the point where they had to replace them.
This man is a moron. He really is fucking stupid. He does not know how the real world works at all. Think of this in terms of like power lines, right? You just have the normal set of power lines. You don't have extra power lines running along next to it. So in case the one power line goes down, you'll just switch it, flip a switch, and it goes to the backup set of power lines, and those kick it. That's not how this works. Do you understand how many hundreds of miles of fucking internet cable there is? They can't just run an extra set of that parallel or somewhere else as a backup. That's not how that fucking works at all. You know how much that would cost? How much it would cost the customers, the company would have to charge a lot more fucking money for their internet if they had to lie down a whole nother set of long ass fucking internet cables. What the fuck are you talking about? You have no idea how any of that works or how how inconvenient that would be to have to like lay down a whole nother set of cable lines on top of that to like switch it over from one to the other just temporarily. Like, no, motherfucker took like a big ass fucking hatchet or whatever and started cutting fucking internet lines. Of course they're gonna have to rerun all that cable. There's no other way. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
So they had to rerun fiber optic wires and replace them. And it took them upwards of,
Yeah.
18 to 20
It
hours
would take
to
a
do
long
so.
fucking time
And
to
once
do that,
happened, then all the
dumbass.
internet worked again. It's like, so you have literally no backup plan whatsoever for anything.
You
At
don't.
all.
Do you? You admitted on the fucking that podcast interview thing that you fucking didn't have a backup plan either. So why are you bitching about other people not having a backup plan? And it's like literally impossible for them to have a backup plan in this case because no one
And
would
you're,
expect
what, you're running like $1 billion
some
company,
asshole to
right? $1
come
billion
and
of money.
oh, of course. And here comes the fucking money. If they have a lot of money, they must be super competent and have all these fail safes in
Customers
place,
every day
right?
paying you. And
You have no
backup
idea
plan
of how this
whatsoever.
fucking world
Now,
works. You
the
really
funniest
don't.
part
You're
about all of
super
this,
fucking
okay?
filtered.
You ready for this? The funniest part about all of this is that, again, I learned that the internet was back from my neighbors. My internet
Again,
came back
X'd
roughly
out.
1 p.m. Pacific time yesterday. Do you want to know what time Comcast texted me? 7:45 p.m. when I was already into my second fucking stream on the restored
Again,
internet.
no one really
That's when they
cares.
texted me to tell me my internet was back. 6 to 7 hours late. That's when they got around to texting me to telling me that the internet
Yeah, they
was
probably
back.
have a lot of
No
customers they
fucking
have
shit,
to do
Sherlock.
that, dummy.
So, if you want to talk about awful customer support, this is probably a prime example of that.
Oh my
A
God.
company that made no
You,
effort to reach
of
out to the
any
customers to
business,
even
should
tell
not
them
be
the internet was
judging or
down.
rating other people based on
That constantly
customer service.
promised them the internet would
Like,
be up by a
you're the
certain time
biggest
frame,
hypocrite I know.
and then just kept bumping the time instead of saying, we don't know, we don't want to overpromise and underdeliver.
Well, obviously they're gonna sound incompetent if they're just gonna be like, we don't fucking know when it's coming back. Bye. They can't fucking just say that. They have to give some kind of estimate. And if they under assume the estimate, then they're like, sorry, but
They kept overpromising and underdelivering again and again and again and again and again. Then they have a service set up saying, we'll tell you when the internet's back, and they don't do that either. So it's like every step of the line is a fail. No redundancies, nothing to help the customer whatsoever. Call our customer service line. You want to talk to a
he
person,
expects the
we hang
world
up on
from
you.
everyone else. But like when it comes to him
fucked
and,
up.
And the
And the sad fact
product
is, I really
he
don't have any other
produces,
options. Like,
he wants
I
all
just
the
don't. They're the
exceptions in the
fastest
world.
internet company
It's
out here.
insane. It
It's
really
not like
is.
I have an option where I can swap out. There's a satellite internet, which would be just as bad as my cell phone. It would be dropping constantly, awful quality. I wouldn't even be able to stream right now. I wouldn't that either. So it's like every step of the line is a fail. No redundancies, nothing to help the customer whatsoever. Call our customer service line. You want to talk to a person, we hang up on you. It's fucked up. And the sad fact is, I really don't have any other
Like he sounded like he was gonna cry there for a
options.
second.
Like, I just don't. They're the fastest internet company out here. It's not like I have an option where I can swap out. There's a satellite internet.
Satellite internet. Satellite internet? Like, are you gonna bust out a giant ass satellite phone that can work from anywhere and it's gonna be triangulated by the fucking satellites? Like, what the fuck are you talking? What the hell is satellite internet? That's not how internet works. That's how TVs work. That's not how internet works. I'm pretty sure it works like by cables and stuff like that. It's not being beamed to fucking outer space. What the fuck?
Which would be just as bad as my cell phone. It would be dropping constantly, awful quality. I wouldn't even be able to stream right now. I wouldn't be doing
Oh,
the stream
thank
right now if I
God.
had
That's what
satellite
we
internet.
want.
You know, it just sucks, and a lot of people in this country are in this situation. There's just not enough options. First
Well,
of
now
all,
everyone's in
unlike
that.
other countries, our internet is not owned by the government and maintained by it. In Japan, for example, it is, and they have some of the best internet in the entire world. We don't have that. We have a bunch of companies competing, but because of that, we essentially have completely inconsistent internet all over the country. All right? And, oh, this is hilarious. Rip the Jacker says, you're being harsh. It's a tiny company. Comcast only had $120 billion in revenue last year. Leave them alone. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry I'm punching down at these guys. I'm really sorry. You know, I'm really squashing some ants today with my criticisms. Anyway, oh, by the way, here's something else, too. All right? You used to be able to contact Comcast customer support via Twitter. They shut that off. Do you want to know why? Elon Musk. Because when Elon Musk bought Twitter, he changed everything. He started limiting the amount of private messages you can get in a day. He started charging companies exorbitant amounts of money.
Yeah, and he's fucking ruining the site totally.
So
yeah,
all
I know.
companies shut off their customer support on Twitter. It doesn't exist anymore. So you now have to go through logging into a website that won't load on your fucking phone, and you can't talk to a human at all. You're not allowed to speak to a human.
Yeah,
it's all
kind of made it worse, didn't he?
So basically, Elon Musk, in all his really great wisdom, buying out Twitter, fucked up a way that people used to get legit customer support for things over the years.
I will agree with him here, because fucking, sorry, but Twitter's gone downhill a lot since fucking Elon Musk took over. Elon Musk does not understand Twitter whatsoever. Okay? Like, maybe I shouldn't bring this up because it's politics or whatever, but no, he thinks he's like the smartest person in the world. But, like, he really isn't. He just hires smart people to surround him and give him the answers or whatever. It's like cheating on a test, and then he gets, like, an A+, even though he cheated on all the smart people's tests. You know what I mean? He doesn't understand the site. So I'm like, yeah, I hate to say it, but I do agree with Phil there.
I always got my customer support for my internet through Twitter. I always contacted Comcast Business through a DM. They would get back to me within an hour or two. We'd talk about the details, and that's how we got everything. We got appointments set up through there. Doesn't exist anymore. Completely done. Yeah, fucked up, isn't it? Thanks, Elon, you fucking genius. Asshole. Anyway, so...
And, like, I don't know if I should say it. No, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. So, this is a slight, derailment here, but, like, Elon Musk literally just posted that, using the word cis or cisgender on Twitter will be considered a slur and you will get banned for saying that. So using a scientific label, because it's not a slur, it's never been a slur, it's just been a fucking label to differentiate between different types of people. You got trans people and you got cis people. Cis people is not a slur, it's literally just saying you're not trans. That's all it's saying, right? It's a medically accepted terminology and not a slur. But you go on Twitter right now, and there's actual slurs being used against gays and trans people all the fucking time, and they're not getting banned. But oh no, someone saying cis or cisgender, that'll get them banned. Really? Okay. You just don't want any kind of, like, oh, God forbid someone like, it's not even criticizing, but he is so stupid that he views it as criticism against cis heterosexual people. Cishets. So it's cisgender, heterosexual just means you're straight and you're not trans. But that demographic that he's a part of, and he just doesn't want anyone to be seemingly making fun of the group that he's a part of. So he's like, oh no, we gotta ban you. I'm like, no, that's not what that fucking means. It's not even a slur. It's just a fucking label.
You know,
sorry.
It is what it is. It was
Random
a shitty weekend, but now we're back on track. So now, ladies and gentlemen,
let us
get
weekend.
to talking about the schedule for the rest of the week. Because now this is a weird week, because now everything's thrown into disarray. Here's the deal. Today, we got a podcast we're going to finish up. And then after that, it's going to be a 3-hour chill stream of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I know some, but I don't know all. So we're playing it all day long. Then there's progress, right? And I will be reviewing Avatar: The Way of Water. I finished with dates set in stone, so we know exactly what I'm playing when.
Oh my god!
All right. During this event, if we get a certain level
wishes
of
he was
support,
that
I'll probably take shots.
It actually went outside.
Usually during these silly
he
marathons,
needs to touch
I don't
grass.
know, at least 3 different recipes, and already we're discussing what she's gonna make, and we already came up with some really good ideas.
Yeah, what are you gonna make from my
3
special?
Pretty good ideas of things that she can make for the event, and I think one of them is gonna be like a quick thing. One of them will be maybe not. We're definitely gonna have a dessert. I can tell you that. There absolutely is gonna be a dessert that's gonna be during the event, and that's gonna be fun. That'll probably be to close the event. But we're gonna have some other things in there too.
Coin in the cab.
Kind of feasting with Phil / mukbang / summertime recipe tryout videos, whatever the hell you want to call it. That's also gonna happen during the event. Okay. So it's going to be a good variety of stuff that's going to happen during that event. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a party atmosphere, a summertime vibe. I hope that you'll come and join me for DSP's DSP Sunday, July 2nd. Mark your calendars. Don't miss it. It's going to be an exciting marathon event here on the channel. Okay, and of course, good news about that, it's going to make content. There's going to be content for both here and DSP Reacts that will be spread up and thrown, spread out over the week. Okay. Oh, really? Stormforce Gamer says the Tears of the Dragon don't appear on the map in Zelda. There's a map carved onto the floor. Take a photo with it of your phone camera, and then you can actually just apply it and know where they are in the open world. I guess that works just as well, except I have to use my phone, but I guess that's all right. Thanks for telling me, Stormforce, because that's people were telling me that
Gotta use my
it did
phone.
actually populate on the map. I guess not. I was lied to horribly.
Well, why don't you play the actual game
Horrible
and find
lot.
out
What's
yourself?
your favorite sci-fi game of all time? Oh, that's a tough question, because first of all, you have to ask what quantifies as sci-fi. Like, obviously, you could probably say like Star Wars, Star Trek is sci-fi, right? What about
He's gonna say Dead Space.
Alien? Is Alien, the Alien franchise, sci-fi? If
Yes.
that's the case, remember the Alien horror game we played? I can't remember what it was called.
That you
Alien...
didn't like? That you were complaining all
What
the
was it
time?
called? I
That
can't even
one?
remember what the hell it was called. But that was really good, right? What about Fallout? I mean, technically, Fallout kind of is sci-fi. I mean, it's post-apocalyptic sci-fi, but
Yeah,
it's
I wouldn't
still
really
sci-fi,
consider it
you know?
sci-fi,
Maybe
really.
Fallout. I don't know. It's really hard
Just
because
'cause it's
I would need to have a list
post-apocalyptic
of, like,
doesn't mean
here's
it's
the
sci-fi.
major franchises that are considered sci-fi.
You don't.
and then
Oh
I have
my
to
god,
rank
you
them.
don't even know what
But
the
I
fuck
think
sci-fi
overall,
is. Just shut the fuck up.
If I think of like everything in my head, right?
Star Ocean.
I'd probably go with Mass Effect, even though Andromeda sucked so hard. I think if you think sci-fi, that's the biggest, most mainstream, you know, very popularized franchise that was.
You see, he
sci-fi.
doesn't pick based on what he actually likes or what he enjoys. He picks based on what's the most popular game. He doesn't care what game he actually enjoyed the most. All he gives a shit about is what's the most popular game so I can stay relevant.
You see, so I'd probably go with Mass Effect. Cheetah Man became a member for 7 months, and he says, "Happy Monday to all." Well, thank you, Cheetah Man. Happy Monday to you. Good to have you here. Original recipe. We have the membership for 2 months. A shout out to all Mandem. What in the hell is a? Oh, Mandem. If you're saying Mandem, you spelled it wrong. All of Mandem, like you know, the Kingdom of Man or whatever. That's incorrect.
What?
I actually have no idea what he's saying. But thank you, Original Recipe, for a 2-month membership. Lutes, thank you for the super chat. I already answered your question because you asked it separately. Thank you for that. Captain DCW re-upped his membership for 25 months. Thank you, Captain DCW, for over 2 months of support. And by the way, super supporter level. I really appreciate that extra level. And then Drew did a super chat saying I should go on someone's channel for an audit. How about that? How about I make my content on my channel and you mind your own goddamn business and don't talk about my finances because they're none of your fucking business. There you go. Let's continue. And sorry if you feel that's harsh. It's just true. People trying to pry into my fucking private life should need to mind their own goddamn business and leave me alone. It's really pathetic, actually. Okay, so continuing on. I received a... Okay, so overnight...
Look at him shake now. And now he stopped.
This is absolutely correct. Okay, let's see here. So, this is from Game Tracker, okay?
Oh
And
my god.
it's a $29.99 tip, but of course we're still going to play the $20 tip animation for Game Tracker, okay?
More fucking Street Fighter 6 bullshit.
I'll count it as 30.
Of
And
course
Game
you
Tracker
will.
says the following. All right, since I'm going to be offline for most of the day, I guess my tip today will end up counting towards Zelda. But really, Zelda can have it, especially with everything that went through your schedule this week. Anyway, yeah, this was pretty unfortunate what happened with your Dolls in yesterday. Unsurprisingly, I haven't watched all of it, but
Oh my god, shut up.
So anyway, thank you very much, Game Tracker. Appreciate that.
Fuck
And,
you,
overall,
Game
better time.
Tracker.
We'll see. Like, you know, he's just saying generic stuff, and he kept spamming the chat, saying it. That's not advice. Block more and use meter better. That's not advice. For example, advice would be...
No,
block
that is
well.
actually
When they're
pretty
doing
good
a combo,
advice
it's a high-low mix-up, so be
considering
sure to
how
make the
bad
chat
you
to block
play
the high
at
cat
it.
first, so it doesn't hit you because you're blocking low and the overhead is hitting you. That's advice, not block better. That's not advice. Do you understand?
No, you gotta block more.
You know? And yes, he was spamming it. He was saying it over and over. It wasn't like he said it once. He kept saying it in the chat. He was trying to get my go. I'm not stupid. I know what he was doing. But I don't think he was doing it in a malicious manner. There were definitely trolls here last night who were being very malicious to myself and to viewers. It was really
Oh,
messed up.
poor
And
baby.
we did on the late stream have some moderators help with that. But it is what it is. Okay, they took advantage. Yesterday, the trolls absolutely took advantage. And I apologize for that. This was an unforeseen situation. How often do I have my internet out? Like never. And then have to come back in the middle of the day and no moderators were here. I mean, you're going to have that kind of element, right? Okay. So, I received a $20 tip from Alex from Phoenix. Thank you, Alex from Phoenix, for a very generous tip. Let's get the nice animation for
Thank you and fuck you.
Let's add that to the leaderboard. That means it's Gunner Glass's time before we even started with Zelda today, so that's excellent. Thank you for that.
Is he just going over tips? I don't really.
Cool enough. but I do not have to use AC today. But I'm doing it. So I'm actually excited to cold turkey reaction. I haven't seen any cinematics. I don't know where she is because I haven't watched her play it in a bit. I don't know what's going on with her gameplay through. Here to DSP Gaming. They're uploading a ton of old style videos, short length, old crappy video format. Much like I did with, I took my old vlogging channel and turned it into DSP Reacts. So we could take that channel and turn it into a classics channel. And I could upload Red Dead Redemption and the Suicide Kings gameplay series. I could upload LA Noir, right?
So spamming more of your subscribers' inboxes with
I think
bullshit.
we should do it separate. I don't think that we should be doing it on this channel at all, and it has to be something that's like, it makes sense to do it. Like right now, in the midst of so much new gameplay and stuff, it doesn't make sense to do it. Maybe in the summertime when things are slower, as kind of a side project, I set up this new channel, I get some new artwork in place, and then I start uploading these classic playthroughs over there, and people can enjoy them if they want, right? I think that would make sense. So, I definitely think that it makes sense to do so eventually. We just haven't had opportunity to do it yet, but that's the approach I'm taking, and we'll see what happens. Okay?
Hell, you don't even play games anymore. You just fucking
Returnal,
play
I'm not
Street
listening
Fighter.
because here's the thing. Why do you think Dalsim's considered top tier? Dude, you understand that in the last 24 hours, I've heard just a rule of thumb for him. He's one throw loop you can do that's almost gameplay, and I'm like, nah, something I'll get to eventually, probably, but nothing that I'm too interested in right now. For now, I'm actually enjoying focusing on the characters I'm using because it allows me to get better, and then it allows me to know that I still have lots of content saved up for later. Maybe for the rest of June, I just focus in on Blanca, Marisa, Lily, Zangief, right? Maybe I go back to Dalsim once, you know what I'm saying? But if I focus on those characters and I get better with them, and now I have a good slew of characters, good variety. But let's say now, next month, people are getting bored. All right, guess what? I can move on.
I'm getting bored. I can tell you that.
Let's pick Jury. Let's pick Kimberly. Let's do all these characters I haven't tried yet, right? Guile. I'm actually
No! People are getting bored with the game, not with the fucking characters, Phil. You need to fucking space games out better. Maybe, space it out better. Play more fucking Zelda. Play more Diablo 4. Get these off your plate and, play better, different games. You are only ever playing Street Fighter 6. That's why people are getting bored.
Now I'm trying Guile. Now that I understand how the dash cancels work, which I didn't really understand in the beta, but now I know, I'm actually pretty interested in trying out Guile again. But yeah, I feel like that's the good thing about a game with a wide cast of launch characters. You can focus in on characters right now and get good, but then after you get bored of that, then you can go to the all other half of the cast, right? Honda. Dude, I do want to try Honda again. I only used him the once. And I feel like if I try him again, and I learn his lockdown and his combos and things, I'm going to do better. Of course, I'm in Diamond, which means I'm definitely going to lose a ton and go down to, fucking Platinum. But it is what it is, right? Okay.
Yeah, he already did, by the way.
Let's see here. All right, I got another tip. From Radical Marisa fan, also known as Radical Jaws, a $4.20 tip. Let's go ahead and put that up on the leaderboard. Let's see what he has to say. All right, he says, I cannot wait to see you play with Marisa tonight. I see someone at a higher level than I am playing her. I saw the high rank Marisa mains, but it doesn't really help me because I can't execute those combos well. Currently, I'm Iron 4 stars. It'll be nice to see someone at the mid-rank player. Hopefully you enjoy her playstyle. She's really fun. Yeah, I saw some pretty crazy stuff. I was watching this match where, see me, the most basic, the most advanced combo I could do with her is 2 medium punches, dash cancel. 2 medium punches, meter burn, double uppercuts, juggle into the forward moving kick into level 3 super. And I pulled that off a couple of times, and it does crazy damage, right? But I saw these corner combos and mix-ups. It's like, she gets you in the corner, she wall bounces you, she hits you twice, then she juggles you a low fierce punch, which makes you flip. And as you're flipping, she has this unique way where she can move in with her phalanx punch at a right angle that puts her at a hit advantage. And now she has an option to either throw with a command throw, or try to do medium punches again, which leads to another dash cancel mix-up, or wall bounce. So people were doing this loop in the corner with her that seemed really strong, and people had to kind of guess to get out. Dude, if I can get that loop going, that's going to be amazing. That's going to really help my game. But I need to see people do it more than once. I saw it once, and I don't remember exactly how it was executed. So I'm thinking, man, maybe tonight, maybe during the break, after dinner, I'll jump on YouTube. I'll see what videos I can find. Maybe watch a couple of Marisa videos and see if I can figure out, some better strategies. I know some okay strategies with her, but nothing too crazy so far. But definitely I need to look up some tech, as they say. Alcidasax just did a super chat. Says, have you ever tore your ACL or any type of knee? Oh, you idiot. You actually tried to get me to say, this? Really? You're fucked up, man. I mean, what an idiot. No, I've never pet a dolphin, Willow.
You've pet a whale.
Where did it come from? You guys tell me it means a big hot dog or something. But I get the feeling, of course, some people use it as a sexual innuendo, too. Lady just said, thoughts on Costco glizzies? Well, if you mean the giant Costco hot dogs that they sell, they're good. My wife and I both tried them, not last time, but the time before that we went to Costco a couple months ago, and they were super delicious. That's actually how we found out how good the Heinz relish is. We never had Heinz relish before, and we put, I said lettuce, oh my god. We put ketchup, mustard, and relish on our hot dogs, and we're eating them. Dude, why does this taste so good? It's incredibly tasty.
You've never
put relish on a hot dog before? We have the same toppings at home. But no, those hot dogs are crazy huge. They're ginormous, foot long, more than bun length long hot dogs.
I don't have a Costco near me, so I wouldn't know.
No, we have not tried chicken baked churros or ice cream at the Costco food court. Canadian Care. No. Green Goblin said, did your ISP compensate you? What makes you think that the ISP is going to compensate anyone for losing a day of internet? Do you really think that they care? The way that these companies work is they want to try to renegotiate my contract and see how I can do. And you could bet that I'm going to bring up the fact that you guys lost me internet for 24 hours. You did not contact me properly to tell me anything about when it was going to be restored. You kept lying to me, leading me to give misinformation to my customers.
Oh my gosh,
such
such a fucking Karen.
And now you want me to try to
Shut
renegotiate my contract. Obviously, I'm going to use this as a negotiating tool, you know. But at the same time, is it really going to work? I don't know. Trigger says, do you hope any other Street Fighter characters will make the Street Fighter 6 for me and Sagat? So like I said, I don't know. For me, I would like new characters. I would actually like genuine new character builds rather than just, oh, the same character returning from old Street Fighter. They've been there, done that. Every iteration of Street Fighter, they keep doing that. Bring back all the characters from Street Fighter 2. Bring back characters from Street Fighter 3. Bring back Street Fighter Alpha. No.
But I thought you wanted this game to play just like Street Fighter 2.
That are different. That's what I would like. No more bring back the same character again and again. I'm tired of that.
Tired of you.
Oh, I love mole. Yes, mole is really good. It is a Mexican sauce made with peppers and a little bit of chocolate. It's really good, and I love mole enchiladas. I think they're absolutely... Like, for example, remember Hakan? The reason I liked Hakan, but I would say, right? But I want a character that legit is a good grab. Super Turbo Vega. I don't want... It was meant to be a fast-moving 5. He basically... Jay's saying, next month can you play with Cammy, Jury, Chun-Li? You know, I absolutely want to use Cammy and Chun-Li. I will say that right now.
So
Cammy,
fucking
my
play
God,
over them
that
and stop cheesing with trying to cheese with fucking kill some.
Chun-Li just seems really good too. Like, with her mix-ups and solid stuff. But I haven't played her since the first beta, so I don't really know. Cammy and... Alright, last chance for any questions, guys. If you could do Capcom versus against any sense, but then it did. You know what I mean? Like, it was weird when it did it. It's like, what a weird versus. And then when it came out, it actually was really good.
Alright.
I don't know. I don't think...
What is it? We've been streaming for almost 2 hours. I'm gonna do a little bit into this next one, and that'll be it, I think. But I'm probably just gonna go faster and hopefully not pause as much. Alright. This one is actually an older one from April 13th, 2023. And I think I downloaded this because there's something in it that I wanted to go over and I can't remember because my memory sucks. So we're gonna just see really quick.
And welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. How is everyone today? I hope I find you well.
But at least you won't be
Today
fucking
is
talking about
Thursday,
Street Fighter
the 13th
6
of April,
anymore.
2023.
But yeah,
Today's an exciting day. Let me tell you why.
There's
For
something
those of you who
in
are here
that.
live, and for those watching on demand, today we're doing something new and different. I am now streaming and recording at a higher bitrate
Oh god.
than I used to. Okay? And it's exciting and interesting because I want to
No,
see how
it's
this works.
not.
I'm going to tell you the story of how it was basically something went horribly wrong. We figured a way around to fix it, but because I had already lost time on a stream because of the technical issues.
So it's kind of ironic because I just had this issue, but I fixed it because I figured out where to go to adjust the bitrate that I'm streaming at right now. So now it's up to 4,700. And I'm like, that's fine. As long as it's not giving me a warning label anymore for fucking... But like, just wait, because he really fucking thinks that streaming at a higher bitrate is going to make his capture quality and his webcam quality look any better, and
I
it's
took the
definitely
opportunity
not.
to try out something different the other night, and it may have turned out to be a blessing in disguise. I actually think this may improve my streams moving forward pretty dramatically. All right? So we're going to find out. Now, if you're watching this live, all right? You're watching this live stream as a result of me broadcasting.
I know the
capturing
camera's freaking
through my
out.
graphical card. Yes, my graphics card. My graphics card has sat unused for the greater part of a decade. Just sitting there because I don't play games on my PC, and I haven't ever used it to capture or stream at all. But
I can tell your camera's
freaking
freaking out more than
to make this
usual.
stream. So if you're watching live, hello, everyone out there, all 250 plus of you.
It's like it's
hopefully the stream looks good. What I'm gonna want from you is feedback. For those who are here live today, what do you think of the quality? How does everything looking? Does anything seem out of sorts or not as good? All right, I need to know this feedback because since I am doing something a little bit differently, it may change something that I need to fix. Okay. For those of you who are watching on demand, all right, the quality is updated. So let me give you a little bit of
It still
technical
doesn't
jargon.
look good, Phil.
I have no idea what he's talking about. It doesn't matter. But let me give you the specs. Okay. So previously, I used to stream and capture at 9,000 kilobits per second.
That's still
kbps,
a lot.
right? This is actually above what Twitch allows you to do. Twitch only lets you do 6,500. And as silly as it sounds, YouTube's recommended is 4,500. It's really, really low. That doesn't even make sense. 4,500, basically you could do 720p quality, and that's about it. For someone like me who's looking to do 1080p, 60 frames per second, minimum you want to go around 9,000, all right? But
it's over 9,000.
obviously, if you have capability to go higher, you want to go higher, okay? Now,
Like, I don't get that because, like, I mean, I guess if you like, I guess I'll have to double check back because I don't know, like, what my my video looks like right now. Hold on, actually, let me check. Let me go to my channel, and I'll see what kind of HD it's currently in, dude. Quality. No, I can do 1080p. Yeah, look, it's like, so it's doing it live right now. What my see, it's high past me. My video looks like right now. Yeah, so it's working at 1080p, 60 frames per second. So I don't go to my channel. So you don't need 9,000 to stream at 1080p. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And I just learned this, so it's like, I mean, I'm not pretending to be an expert. I literally just learned it, but like, I moved it up to 4,600, 4,700, and it seems to be going okay now because it's a lot higher than what it was set at by default for some fucking reason. But
now here's how I used to do things.
I don't know.
I used to have 9,000 kilobits per second, but it was a stream and a separate capture at the same time. So two different processes were running on my computer, and they were all going through the CPU. All right, that's the processor, okay? And that's why a lot of the times over the years, when you watch me in a big action-packed scene of a game, tons of action going on, you would notice my stream would get choppy, and so would my video. You notice a little bit of choppiness of the frame rate, and people will always complain about it. Man, whenever Phil gets into heavy action, the frame rate dips, right? That's directly a result of me only using my CPU to do this. But now, since I took the time to try to figure out, can I split it? Can I split it between the GPU and the CPU, essentially share that processing load that needs to happen on the fly? Now, my processing power is way down. To give you some examples, so when I used to do this, okay, whenever I did gameplay, my CPU during action scenes would go up to 90-something%. Right now, my CPU is at 26%. Now, if I'm in an action scene of a game, of course, it's going to use more CPU, but the most I saw the other night as I was playing Elden Ring was like maybe 40 to 50%. And that was it. So by splitting the two processes, you know, GPU is doing the stream, CPU is doing the encoding for the on-demand videos. This might dramatically improve the quality you see, okay? Now, I'm doing 12,000 kilobits per second today, okay?
CPU
what does that mean?
is
that
at
means
43%?
a 33% increase in overall quality, all right?
It's
So
only
you
at
should
7,
see, if
and
you're
I have
watching
a
at the
lot
highest
of tabs
quality
and shit
today, the
going on.
1080p, you should see a distinct improvement, all right? Or will you? And here's why I really have to say that, all right? Because YouTube basically does some interesting stuff. When you're streaming on YouTube or when you're uploading to YouTube, YouTube encodes the content you send them on the fly. It runs it through this encoding process. And what it does is it allows that to now be viewed at different bit rates and different resolutions. So even though I'm streaming at 1080p on YouTube right now, you could probably watch me at like 480p, 720p, 1080p. Some people say as low as 144, and it's really just crappy, so you just listen to the audio, right? So that reason, that's because YouTube is doing that all on the fly, okay? So basically, I think you'll only see an improvement if you actually have been watching at the highest quality, all right? But the on-demand videos, I don't know either. You would think the on-demand videos, since they take time to process,
And that's, again,
would
is
actually have a distinct increase in quality, I would hope.
Again, this is like, could all be solved without doing any of this shit if you only streamed and did not record and let the stream go up on your channel, and then you could unlist that stream and then you can cut it up into sections that way, right? You don't have to keep hitting start record, stop record, start record, stop record all the time. You could just stream normally, lessen the load on your CPU. This is before whatever, but like lessen the load on your CPU, and then once it gets uploaded or finished finalizing on YouTube, then you could just unlist it and take that video, that raw stream, and cut it up that way, and it'd be a lot easier to do it that way.
But I don't know. I guess we'll see. Okay, we'll see what happens. Interestingly enough, YouTube,
since you're going to upload it separate
allows you to
anyway,
stream all the way up to 51,000 kilobits per second. And the reason they allow up to that is for people who want to stream at 4K quality. Now, there is absolutely no way I'm streaming at 4K quality. Nothing that I have allows 4K quality, so don't expect that. But I would definitely like to be able to give you higher quality stuff. All these years I've been limited
It
and
won't make
bottlenecked
any
by having everything
difference.
go
Your
through my
camera,
CPU. But now splitting that.
like his webcam and his capture device are not that good. They're not the best. So you can increase your bit rate all you want, but it's not going to make your capture quality look any better or crisper or more high definition than it already is. You're going to need a 4K webcam. You're going to need a 4K capture device. Like, just increasing the bit rate alone is not going to increase
I'm finally using my graphics card.
Quality.
9 years ago when I bought this PC, I spent a lot of money on this PC, and that graphics card was expensive, and it's never been used, essentially. Now it's finally going to get some use on a daily basis.
Piece of shit
right?
graphics card, too.
So we'll see what happens. All right, let's hope things go for the best. Now, again, I need your feedback. If you're watching this live on stream and you say, oh, man, there's definitely something wrong, let me know. Someone had said the other day they felt that the audio was desynced. Now, I can't confirm that. What I do is I can watch the on-demand videos after the fact, and I can confirm after watching the on-demand videos of both Elden Ring and the Daily Wrap, the audio was synced perfectly. There was no problem with the audio. But if there's audio desync on the stream, I'm curious. What's going to happen? I'm kind of scratching my head because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, if the stream is desyncing, that would actually mean it's an encoding problem with the GPU, and I can't fix that. If I were to try to change the sync of the audio and video, then that means the on-demand videos that you'll watch after the fact on YouTube, those would be desynced because I'm changing the audio sync, you see? So I don't really think there's much I can do about that if it's the stream only. But people seem to be saying the stream looks good at 1080p and the audio is synced. So if that's the case, it seems like we have improvements. There's two negatives to this. Number one, YouTube has this weird, stupid thing. If you stream at a high bitrate, they constantly have a pop-up on the screen that says, your stream's bitrate is above what we suggest, which is 4,500 kilobits. You may want to adjust it. Well, I don't. And I don't seem to have any way to disable that message. It just constantly appears on my screen. So I guess from now on, I just have to stare at it.
Yeah, I was getting the opposite. I was getting this warning on Stream Health saying, warning, the stream's current bitrate is lower than what we recommend. So I had to change it because I didn't know how to change it to do anything about that on my end because I'm still new to streaming. So because I'm still new streaming on this stuff, I didn't know what the heck to do about that. Now I know where to go to adjust that. So I increase it to what they recommended. And it's working fine. So I don't see why he thinks that streaming at a higher bitrate is going to make it look any better than what it actually is. But
I don't see a way to get rid of it. If you close it, it just opens again. I don't know why YouTube has this. This is super annoying that it's on my dashboard as I stream. Maybe someone knows a way to disable that. I don't know. But I don't really see a way to disable it anywhere in any settings, okay? Number two, the reason this all came about, allow me to explain what happened the other night, because this was not planned, nor was it something I was going to do, but it just all kind of happened at once, okay? So here's the deal. The other night, I was going to stream Like a Dragon Ishin. On Tuesday night, it was going to be my final consecutive stream.
Oh god, I remember that.
And I turn on the stream, and I noticed something immediately. OBS, which is the streaming software I use to stream and capture, which is open source, by the way, it's free, for some reason forced an update. And then give me a big pop-up saying, hey, Phil, just so you know, OBS won't be supported by Windows 8 anymore. So if you want further updates of OBS, you're going to have to update your Windows. Now, this has happened with every program I'm using. Seriously. It's happened with every browser I use. It's happened every program I use say, oh, no longer supported. So I'm used to this stuff, saying that it's not going to update anymore. It's not a huge deal for me, okay? So I think what happened was OBS forced this update as a way of saying, adios, amigos, we're gone. We're not supporting Windows 8 anymore, but at least here's the latest version, because I never updated the program. It just did it by itself. Now, when it did it, it updated a ton of shit here. Like, the whole OBS menu changed. It now has different buttons and stuff in different positions, and I was like, uh-oh. So I go to stream and I find out, guess what? They changed all of my settings. All of my capture settings, my stream settings, it's all changed. I was like, oh my god. So I'm like...
Probably because he doesn't have a profile set up for OBS at all. Like, that's probably why, Phil, because you don't have a profile set up for OBS. So, of course, it was just going to automatically fucking... Because you're just streaming at the default without any kind of fucking profile, any kind of saved information or anything like that. So it's all going to get reset when you update. And you should keep things up to date all the time, but he doesn't. Because, like you just said, he only has fucking Windows 8, which is ridiculous. In this fucking day and age, he still has fucking Windows 8. I mean, on his desktop, he still has Windows 8. I know on his laptop, it's up Windows 10, but still, goddamn.
Starting over, I got to go through every menu and change every setting to a different thing now. I was pretty upset, to say the least. I'm like, dude, I don't want to have to reset all my shit. This is dumb. But I had to.
I highly doubt you had a whole lot of stuff set up in the first place.
Things into it.
You had a scene set up. That was it.
Now, as I was setting this up, I said, why not do this?
No
this
filters on your mic.
split, right? Why not split the GPU and CPU? Because now I have the capability. I'm already forced to redo all my settings. Let's just give it a shot. And so we did test it, and at first I wanted to do all on the GPU. That did not work. When we tried to stream and capture with the GPU, the whole system crapped out. It went and froze. So that's a no-go. But it looks like I can do one process per each, and the computer can handle it. All right? So this just happened out of nowhere, completely inadvertently. Now, another thing that happened was that the pop-up messages stopped working, but I think that they're working. Ready? This is going to be a demo. This is not real. Let's see if this works. Ready? There we go. That's not real. That was not a real tip. I just wanted to test it. Yeah, the animations had conked out too, because what happens is in OBS, there's this weird setting that it's in a menu within a menu. You wouldn't even be able to find it if you didn't know it was there. And it's like, use hardware acceleration with your browser plugin. And I was, what does that even mean? I have no idea what that means. You saw, does that animation look good? It's full 60 frames. It's a nice, sharp animation. What hardware acceleration would I need for that exactly? So I don't even know what that option's supposed to do. But when it's checked, the animations don't work. If you uncheck it, now the animations work. So I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I unchecked it. We got that fixed. So basically, we did all this stuff, and we got everything working. Okay. So this is the good news. This is, like I said, a blessing in disguise. At first, nothing was working. Everything crapped out because of this update.
Blessings in disguise. Now I gotta
do all the setup and everything. But now today, we may have more quality than ever before. What I would definitely like over the next few days as I play games like Silent Hill 3, Like a Dragon Ishin, Elden Ring,
increasing your
Oblivion,
bit rate alone is not going to improve quality. You need to improve
I absolutely need your feedback. I need to know what you think overall. Does it look good? Does it look better than it used to? I hope so. I hope what's happening is we will no longer get big frame rate dips. Okay? Perhaps it'll look sharper. That I don't know if I can really affect because that's really more dependent on my capture device.
No
I have noticed
shit.
this capture device maintains frame rate, but tends to dip when it comes to the pixelization. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Your capture
okay?
device sucks, Phil.
Let's find out what happens and go from there. All right. So thank you for being patient the other night. And today's an experiment, and moving forward this week will be an exciting experiment to see if my quality is better. And if it is, man, this is great. I finally get a significant upgrade again. Just think of all the upgrades this year that we've already done. Better webcam quality, cool new setup, new capture device, better overall quality on the streams and the videos. This is all
cool new setup. Wrong. Better up webcam. It's like almost the same fucking model webcam. Like a newer version of the same fucking webcam. It's not any higher quality. The lights look like shit. No, it's not any better, Phil.
a progressive increase in quality here on DSP Gaming, and I'm very happy about this.
You'll take
the one
anything
other
you
negative,
get, though, I guess.
OBS now
looks like
forces
shit.
you to log into YouTube to stream. Didn't used to do that. What used to happen is there's a thing that's called a stream key. So when you set up a stream anywhere, they give you a key, and all you had to do is put that into OBS, and it would know where to stream to, and you're done. Now, every time I want to stream, I have to log into YouTube. The problem with that is I use 2 YouTube channels. So what I'm going to have to do is set it up so that this thing can dual log in and everything and be able to switch on the fly. It's a different process. It's a little annoying, but I think I'll get used to it. It's just something new that I have to get used to, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal, nor do I think it's going to affect you guys. We'll find out for the first time when I stream on Saturday. When we do DSP versus the internet on Saturday on DSP React, that'll be our first opportunity to see how it works and if it works fine or whatever. I hope it's not an issue. Well, I guess we'll see on Saturday, okay? All right, so guys, I know that was an interesting intro. You weren't expecting that. I wasn't either. It happened on the fly Tuesday night, like wildly. I was like, what the heck? So let's hope for the best. Fingers crossed. Let's hope that everything works good, that the quality is better moving forward. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of positives coming out of this. So let's focus on those, okay? Dex says the hardware acceleration is for the CPU load. Most CPUs have a special chip on standby, like a core for the PC to kick applications to it, so it won't bog down what the CPU is primarily being used for. People are saying the autofocus keeps happening. That's the camera. What I can do, I could turn off autofocus entirely on this camera, the webcam, if you guys think it's a problem. Hold on. Because autofocus is on. Let me find it. So right now, do you feel like the camera is focused? If you feel like it is, I'll turn off autofocus right now. All right, ready? Okay, I just turned off autofocus. So now I can do this. The brightness will adjust, but the focus should not. Okay? That better? We'll leave it like that then. And hopefully auto... The only thing is now, when I do special videos, like when I'm doing food and stuff, and I want to show it to you, it's not going to focus when I bring it to the camera. So maybe when I'm doing those special videos, I should turn the autofocus on. So there you go. I think what happened is eventually that was off, but it resets the settings every time that something resets.
I kind of miss the old
settings. So there you go.
Pre-streams where he doesn't actually film himself.
Onward and upward.
Now we just have to look at his ugly ass face.
I'm back from break. Today's Thursday,
time.
the 13th of April. I had a day off yesterday. I'd like to just give you a little bit of information about what I did on my day off. Some game news happened, or other news, just interesting news that I'd like to talk about that happened during my day off. Okay, I'd like to talk about the schedule for the week, obviously, so you guys know what's going on. This week is going to be an interesting.
All you ever do on these. Yes.
So shall we do it? What should we jump into first? Want to do the Phil's Day Off segment? Right? Why not? Why not do a little segment that I like to call Phil's Day Off?
Oh my fucking god. Just smash it. Yeah, that'll make it
Phil's
work.
day off.
So funny.
Did you think that was going to work after I smashed the shit out of it? Because I didn't, and then it did. So figure that one out. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday was my day off. I didn't do anything too special. Basically, my wife had been working all week.
Never do.
And so this was our day off, and we decided that we were going to have a more relaxed day at home. Nothing too crazy going on. What do we do? Well, I went out. I ran errands. You know, my usual grocery shopping. What do we need this week? Jasper needed more treats, so we bought him more treats. Liquid treats. He has a liquid treat every morning. So basically, the liquid in his diet is we give him some kind of a liquidy treat, whether it's like a little bisque or chunks of meat with a broth or something like that. And then most of the, outside of that, he just eats his dry food. So we got him some more of those. Trying to think what else. I must, not too much crazy. Nothing too crazy. It was more of a standard day out, just doing regular errands. Outside of that, I'm trying to think like nothing too over the top. My wife and I watched a lot of Harry Potter and The Prisoner of Azkaban. So funny enough, The Prisoner of Azkaban from the earlier Harry Potter movies is my favorite one. It has the most interesting mystery-style plot and a lot of twists and turns you're not expecting. It's just a weird movie in that regard where every time you think you know what's going on, something else crazy happens out of nowhere. My wife says it's her worst liked one so far out of the first three. She's like, I don't really like this one that much. I was like, oh, well, I guess to each their own. We didn't finish it. I think we had like a half an hour left, so we're going to probably finish that tonight.
How do you not finish... Like, that would bug me so much because, like, I mean, I don't like Harry Potter that much. I don't really care. But if I'm watching a movie and then I just quit watching it, like, almost most of the way through it, like, that would bug my OCD a bit. And I would like, no, I gotta finish watching it. It's like, it's not complete or whatever. And it would just bug me.
So, we did that. And for dinner, we ordered...
Especially
well,
if
here's
it's
the
a movie
thing.
I
We did
haven't seen.
absolutely nothing for our anniversary this year. But she was working, I was working, so we did nothing at all. All right, so we said for our dinner this week to order out, we wanted to order
I bet
some sushi.
Kat feels
Because we love
so
sushi, but it's
fucking
pricey.
special.
We said, you know what, it's our anniversary. We'll go
Wow.
to order sushi.
For anniversary,
so we
all
ordered two
she
different
gets
kinds of
is
sushi,
some fucking
and we ordered...
cheap,
well, here's the
crappy
thing.
sushi.
We have a sushi place we really like. Okay? When we order from it, we don't like to order from it because delivery sushi gets messed up on the way. It does. There's nothing you can really do.
So
But
go
we were
out.
going out. So we said, let's just order.
So for your wife's anniversary, you can't even take her out to eat. You have to fucking deliver it.
And we
My
ordered
God,
two kinds
I'm
of
sure
sushi,
she feels so
and
fucking
we wanted a
special.
side. Now, this place does all kinds of stuff. They do teriyaki. They do tempura. And they do katsu. Well, whenever we go there in person to eat, we always get a side of the chicken teriyaki. And so we snack on that as we wait for our sushi to come out. And it's really, really good. But we get this every time. Okay? So we're going to do something different. So let's try the chicken katsu. Okay? So we ordered the chicken katsu along with 2 orders of shrimp for our anniversary dinner. And the sushi is fine. Did I say shrimp? 2 orders of sushi is what I meant to say. Our sushi is fine. It's always good. We always order different kinds. Usually we get like a savory one and a spicy one, and we did. We had one that was very sweet with savory, and then we had another one that you eat it. You start to eat it, tastes like fish, and all of a sudden, boom, it kicks in, you get spice in your mouth. Oh, it's good. So our sushi was great. But the chicken katsu, immediately noticed something different as we opened it up. We're like, it doesn't look like chicken katsu we've ordered at other places. And we look at the receipt, and the receipt says they use, listen to this, white meat chicken in their chicken katsu. Now, how many of you out there have had chicken katsu before? What you may have noticed
Put your fucking
is that
hand
most
down.
chicken katsu uses dark meat chicken, all right? And there's a good reason that they use dark meat chicken, because dark meat chicken is very juicy. It is more fatty, okay? But it's juicy, and it has more flavor to it, okay? If you're going to bread and eat chicken, you want to be using dark meat chicken. Now, of course, everyone has this weird health food craze. Everything has to be white meat. You go to McDonald's and get their nuggets, it's white meat. You go to the store, you buy a frozen bag of meat, it's probably white meat, all right? I don't know what this craze is with white meat chicken. White meat chicken is drier. Doesn't taste anywhere near as good, doesn't cook as well. All right? Is
But
it
it's
slightly
healthier?
healthier for you? Yes, slightly.
Probably more than
because it has less
slightly.
fat. But you're eating not just for that, you also eat for flavor. If you're going to a restaurant and you're spending money, you probably want better flavor. I'm not caring about the fucking, this is not a health food store, so give me flavor. So it really...
I don't care if I'm
drive me
fat
nuts
as
because
fuck. I just want the flavor.
I've never had chicken katsu that was white meat before. All right? Immediately when you're looking at it, it's dry. It's like, I know this is going to be dry. Every bite of this katsu will be dry. All right? And I was correct. The breading, dry.
I have
The
no
meat,
idea what the
dry.
fuck chicken
Now they give you a
katsu
dipping
is. I
sauce, a
don't
katsu
even
dipping
know.
sauce. It was all right. Every place I have is a little different. What katsu dipping sauce is, it's basically Japanese
that big
Worcestershire
fan
sauce. You ever had Worcestershire sauce? So
Sushi.
it's a Japanese style, and usually they taste a little different. Some of them are more tangy, some of them are more sweet. This one was actually tangy and had a bite to it, like a spicy bite. All right. So I'm putting the katsu into the sauce. I'm eating it. It's okay, but I'm like, dude, this is nowhere near as good as chicken katsu that I've had at other places around here, just local places that aren't considered a better restaurant like this one is. So it's weird to me because their sushi is absolutely amazing, outstanding. Their teriyaki is absolutely amazing, outstanding. We've even had their soups before. Like, we've had their miso soup and stuff. That's really good.
And
Their
again,
content's
remember,
terrible.
this is
Now,
them
how
at
can they have a
home.
product
You
that's
didn't
literally
take
just
her
bad
out to
compared
eat
their
at
competitors,
all.
but no one's told them? Like, how long have they had this on the menu and no one says that their katsu sucks? Because it does. That katsu sucks.
You should go full Karen mode and tell
It's
them
definitely
it's
disappointing
for their
when
own right.
This is a place, everything we've ever
Your
gotten was
own
great.
good.
It's supposed to be our anniversary dinner, and the thing we try new is bad, right? So it's kind of like, what are you going to do? We gave it a shot. It wasn't good. You learn.
I bet your cat feels so special
But
right
the sushi
about
was
now,
good.
too.
At least the sushi was good, so we did have a good dinner overall.
Oh, thank
Just
God
when
the
it's filling,
sushi
we were
was
hoping our sides
okay.
actually sucked. We didn't even eat that much of it because it was very dry. Okay?
Super
So it is what it
dry.
is. That's about it. That's all we really did. We did that. We watched Harry Potter. You know, kind of a relaxing day. Not much going on during our. Thank God, because last week my day off was a nightmare. As I told you, I wasted so much time last week with bullshit, and this week I actually just got to generally relax with my wife. So that's good, obviously. And I'm just trying to think. There's really nothing else notable to really talk about.
All
on the
right,
day off. So that's
bye.
Phil's day off. What an exciting segment.
Oh my
I got this
God,
working fully by
stop.
beating the shit out of it, by the way. You notice that? I smacked it around, now it works fine. Whatever. That's technology for you. So, I know, what an amazing segment. I know you guys were really dying for that segment. Let's go through the schedule for the week, because this week's schedule now has been shuffled around a little bit because Tuesday night got thrown off. For the most part, this is a standard week. 6 straight days of streaming, including today. 6 full days of streaming, including today. Okay? And some fun stuff with React stuff over the weekend. It's a good week. Now, before we even start with that, you guys have been voting. When I say you guys, I mean the channel members, all right, of DSP React have been voting on what you guys want for the long-form React event for the month. We set this poll up the other day. What I would like to do is give you guys an update on how you guys have been voting. All right, so there are 3 options: Defunct Land, Internet Historian, and Low-Spec Gamer. All right? 40 votes have been cast out of the 100 members we have, so about 40% of people have voted. I would hope more of you will vote. If you're a member of DSP React, please wake up. Now, I know it's been about a day, 2 days. Please vote on this poll. The more votes, the better. But here's the early results, okay? Defunct Land has 28% of the vote. Low-Spec Gamer has 8% of the vote. Internet Historian has 65% of the vote. So do the math. It's like 25 votes out of 40 voted for Internet Historian. Now, I've never seen a single video from Internet Historian. I have seen a video from Defunct Land, and that is quite entertaining. But I don't know anything about Internet Historian, all right? So I guess what we'll have to do is, you know, keep that poll going for the week, okay? Please vote on which of those 3 you'd like to see me do for a long-form React event this month. And by the end of this week, we're going to determine the winner. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go onto the channel of the winner, and we're going to pick some of the
let's
best
skip forward a
videos.
tiny bit. This is
All right? Maybe thing. Now I'm fighting
Schedule
bosses,
segment.
challenge bosses even. One of the ones we need to go back. Maybe I want to go back because the underground dungeon, the well, there might be stuff there I need. I don't know. Elden Ring. Okay? Tomorrow night, Friday night, will be Elder Scrolls 4. We're playing it today.
Let's
We're
skip
playing
forward
it
past
Sunday,
the schedule
right?
segment.
Now we're
at
9
least.
hours in. We don't need perks by becoming a member. You know, a challenge. You ready for bad news? Okay.
What?
How many of you remember that game Redfall? That's the game
Oh Lord, he's
coming
gonna
out
bitch
of
about Redfall.
Is it Arcane? The same people who made Dishonored, the same people who made Prey, and the same people who just recently made Deathloop. So their newest game is called Redfall. This is supposed to be a game where it's a team, supposedly a team-based game, where you fight vampires. The initial gameplay they showed of it looked terrible. It did. Like, it didn't look interesting at all. It looked kind of generic and not that good. So people were kind of like, well, I hope that's not the whole game. Now, apparently, from the news that has come out recently, is that preview that was shown is not representative of what the whole game is. People started showing other early advanced gameplay of it, and the game looks completely different and looks interesting. Unique, fun, okay? So maybe it is, and maybe what they chose to show as their, like, advanced preview was not a good choice. Maybe that's just the truth, is that it just wasn't a good selection. And
Nope,
it was
game ended up
bad luck that
sucking
they decided to
anyway.
Show, and people started crapping on the game, all right? But to coincide with that kind of leaking of information was some horrible bad news. Are you ready for this? This was officially announced by Redfall yesterday. The actual Redfall account on Twitter said this. Ready? Redfall is launching on the Xbox consoles with quality mode only. On the Xbox Series X, this means 4K resolution
Oh, we got the
and 30 frames
frame
per
rate
second.
snob coming up here.
On the Xbox Series S, this means
How dare
1440p
they.
resolution and 30 frames per second.
Oh, not 60 frames per
And that's it.
second.
There will later on be added a 60 frame per second performance mode, but
The
they don't
game
no
sucked
way.
anyway, so it didn't matter. You didn't even play it. And the game didn't look that
This
good
has
anyway, to
people
be honest.
completely going nuts on the internet. We're talking game journalists. We're talking people who are industry insiders. Just people in general who are gamers. They're like, are you out of your fucking mind? This is supposed to be one of the exclusive first-party Xbox titles. This is the studio that Xbox bought. They outright bought this company and said, develop games exclusively for us under our umbrella. You're only engineering this game to run on PC and Xbox, period. You don't have to worry about the architecture, the PS.
See, this is why he's so mad, right? It's because this console gen, he is pushing so hard for everything to be on Xbox Series X, right? And as more and more time goes on, he's realizing that he's pecked the wrong pony in the race, right? And it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because, like, oh, fucking console fights are stupid. Oh, which one's better? This one or this one? It doesn't really fucking matter at the end of the day. Just pick whichever one you like, and who cares? But he still has that old console wars mentality going on. It's like, well, which one's better? And I was a PS4 guy for the last one, and now I'm going to Xbox. And then he gets all butthurt and upset, and it's pretty funny every time a game is supposed to be an exclusive Xbox only game or whatever, and then it bombs, and then he gets all butthurt. He's like, "This is supposed to be your chance to overtake the PS5. Why aren't you doing it?" Meanwhile, the PS5 is like blowing everything out of the water, kind of. So I was like, it is what it is. And then he's doing the same thing with fucking Starfield. He's like, Starfield, you gotta do better. You're the one who's you're gonna be the Xbox next biggest Xbox exclusive event, and you gotta do better so you can show these noobs the Xbox rules and PlayStation's rules, dude. I'm like, no, like it doesn't fucking matter, dude. Like, I'm not impressed with Starfield at all. I have no interest in playing it. I only have an Xbox One. I don't have an Xbox Series S or X. I was thinking possibly about getting an S Series S, but I'm only probably gonna do that if like it turns out that Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be Xbox or PC exclusive. Cause like I know my PC can handle like games, but it can't handle like the newest like next gen 4K gaming. Can't handle that, I know. Because I need to upgrade my graphics card. So like if Elder Scrolls 6 ever fucking gets released and it is only Xbox or PC exclusive, then I will get it. But until then, I'm pretty happy with my PS5. But he's like getting so upset because these like Xbox exclusives just aren't working out good at all.
PS5 to Switch, you just made games for us. And you're telling me you can't even make your exclusive game run at the industry standard for this console generation. It's not possible. You have to put it out at a lower frame rate at launch, and then later on, you're going to put in a 60 frame mode once everyone already doesn't care about the game? Like, what the hell is that?
And that game ended up sucking, not because of that, but because of other reasons.
Last
anyway,
console gen,
so.
PS4 and Xbox One. I felt like we got bait and switched. Because at the beginning of that console gen, we were all told the following. This is the console gen where you're going to get graphical fidelity. You're going to be getting 1080p, 60 frames per second. All the games are going to finally be up to snuff with what you've gotten on PC. It's going to be amazing. What happened last console gen? That never happened. What ended up happening was we got games that were bigger, lots of open worlds, lots of collectathons, lots of grindy style games. So the breadth and size of games grew. But graphical fidelity, when it came to getting games to be 60 frames, it just never really happened last console gen, okay? That was definitely one of the promises that they always fell short on.
Maybe because they
now
don't
I said,
need to.
This console gen,
30
right?
frames per second
PS5,
runs perfectly fucking fine.
For the most part,
as it is, unless it's a
competitive
shooter, you don't really need 60 frames per second.
Finally running at 60 frames in most instances. Take a look at most of the new games that I've been playing recently. Resident Evil 4 Remake, Like a Dragon Ishin, right? These new games.
Like a Dragon Ishin really needs to run at 60 frames per second, dude.
All these games run at 60 frames. Now, Elden Ring does dip, but you know the point I'm making is that, in general, they're living up to the hype finally, right? But now all of a sudden, you've got a game studio that is owned by Microsoft. All they have to do is make their game run well on this console. That's it. And they can't do it. Or, even worse, they know they can do it because they're promising the mode will come out, but later. So, if you can't deliver the industry standard experience at the launch of the game, why don't you do something that makes sense and fucking delay the game?
Because dumbasses like you would bitch about it all the time, dummy.
Why are you going to release this game before it's obviously fucking ready?
Because people
baffled.
like you would bitch about it.
Delay the fucking game. This is a case where people would not complain. Just delay it, make it run at 60. Even if it takes 3-4 more months, fuck it. Just do it. Guess what? Guess what, Microsoft? Guess what, Arcane? No one is freaking out about Redfall. People are interested in it, but no one's like, oh my god, I gotta get my hands on this fucking game right away, and if I don't, I'm not gonna play it.
So why
No
are you
one's saying that.
bitching about
People
it?
trust
then?
Arcane. They like their games. In general, they're pretty much all solid outings, if not good outings. Give us a game that's going to be good. Don't rush the release of the game to
Hate
be
to
30
break
frames
it to
only.
you,
So we all play
Pascal,
an
but it
inferior
wasn't
experience.
very
It's
good.
not as good, and it's not industry standard. Essentially, they're saying, well, if you want to play our game, take 5 steps back with us, and then wait 4 months and replay the game and get the industry standard. Like, no. Just give us the industry standard or don't give us anything at all. This is stupid. It doesn't make any fucking sense that they would do this. And here's the funny part.
Little voice.
Okay? Is that a lot of people are starting to quote old Microsoft execs from 2-3 years ago. And all the execs had their buzz for, oh, don't worry, the power of the Series S and X, where every game will be 60 frames. That's why we're putting this architecture into the box so that all of our games come out with all these 60 frames.
Phil?
How is it this is like the first major exclusive, really, of this giant coming out and it's not 60 frames? I mean, obviously something's wrong here. And some people are really, like, for example, this is Jez Corden on Twitter. I want to give him credit for his quote. He says, Xbox and ZeniMax, so ZeniMax is the parent studio, okay, that owns, I guess, Arcane. Xbox and ZeniMax really need to start collaborating and learning how to manage expectations, which are now very different with ZeniMax as part of a platform, fair or not. The Redfall previews were all presented to us in 60 frames per second with this emo. If you're promoting a game, advertising it in 60 frames, how can you now sell it at 30, right? And I think he's absolutely right. I think what's happened now is that this studio went from being independent or third party to being owned by a first party, and what they don't understand is now they're expected to have first party quality. Where is Xbox quality control? Xbox owns the company.
It doesn't have
do
Xbox
any quality
control.
This is exactly what happened
They
with
have
Halo Infinite. The game came out and was great
Halo
launch,
Infinite sucked
and then what
anyway.
happened? The whole game fell apart within the.
But like, I'm not okay. So I'm obviously like a bit of a Sony fanboy, a little bit, but I like Nintendo Switch too. But like, there's just never been a reason for me to want an Xbox because they have no exclusives. Any game that's on Xbox mostly is also on PlayStation, right? There's a few games that are on Xbox or Windows only that I kind of want to play, but not enough to warrant buying a fucking new console for. Like, I kind of want to play. Oh, fuck. What the hell was the name of that game? God damn it. Well, Hi-Fi Rush was one of them. What the hell was it? Oh, High on Life. I mean, I know it's kind of a memey, kind of a joke game or whatever, but I kind of want to play High on Life a little bit too. But I'm not going to buy a whole fucking Xbox to play that game. And I'm not that big on playing games on PC anyway, so I'd rather not play a game on PC if I don't have to. So it's like, those are the only two examples I can think of really that I would want to play on Xbox. You know, there's no exclusives whatsoever. Meanwhile, you know what game I'm going to play at midnight tonight? I'm going to fucking play Final Fantasy 16, which is timed exclusive for PlayStation 5. And like, I like RPGs, and a lot of RPGs are only coming to either PlayStation or Switch. Like, there's very few JRPGs coming exclusively only to the fucking Xbox.
The first few months, and no quality control whatsoever, no updates, no seasonal pass updates, and the game's dead. No one talks about Halo Infinite anymore. It's a dead fucking game, and it should have been the leader in the industry for first-person shooters, and it fizzled out and died because Xbox didn't take control of it. You own the company. Fucking do something about it. Don't buy the company and hands up. You got to do something. These companies obviously don't know what they're doing. They need guidance. They need control.
They need you in charge of standards. It, Phil. They would go
and they don't have any right now.
In 2 months.
No one wants to play Redfall at 30 fucking frames, including me. But you know what? It's coming out supposedly in May, and it's going to be a Game Pass game, so I'm going to play it. And if it runs like shit, I'm going to tell you this game is shit. And it's going to be shame on them for releasing it like that instead of delaying it. So there you go. Let's continue here. Oh, okay. So there's one interesting piece of info. I was alluding to this earlier, and this is something that I'm interested in. We got to figure out how we want to do it. Are you ready? On Thursday, April 20th, that is one week from today, at 3 p.m. Pacific time, that would be 3 hours from now in 1 week, Capcom is doing a digital 1 hour long presentation on Street Fighter 6. During this presentation, they are finally going to reveal details on World Tour, Battle Hub, and Fighting Ground. Now, do you know what those are? Those are all the offline style modes or the non-competitive modes. This is what we've wanted information on for a long time. How will the story mode called World Tour work? How long will it be? Will it have a ton of content or will it just be a short tacked on mode? Battle Hub. We already know in Battle Hub this is where you wait for your multiplayer matches, correct? But what else will happen in Battle Hub?
Well, guess what, Phil? You still haven't even played the single player mode,
or other retro games, retro Street Fighter games, while you wait for a match.
Does it even matter?
In general, right? So what else will be available in Battle Hub? Fighting Ground, I don't even remember what that is. I know they announced that at some point. I don't even remember what it is. Okay? So we're all kind of like, well, what are these? But we want more information on these modes. We're finally going to get our answers, okay? And some other stuff. They said there's going to be a big announcement at the end of the show. Like something no one has been expecting is going to happen at the end of the show. I don't know what that's going to be. You know, usually when they announce something like that, it's kind of like, it's probably going to be something stupid, like DLC skins or something, right? Something dumb. But anyway,
yeah,
this is happening 1 week from today. And ladies and gentlemen, it is hosted. Are you ready for this? No, I don't think you're ready. Okay, everyone, if you didn't hear the announcement,
Lord,
I got to prepare
this
you.
is it.
Temper your expectations here. You have to prepare yourself. Okay, so
are you guys ready?
Before I make this announcement, make sure you're firmly seated in a safe position. Make sure there's no dangerous things around you. Make sure you have a radius to move and flail your arms and enjoy. Are you guys ready? Because so much positivity and excitement is about to hit your body all at once that you need to be ready to be safe. You don't want to have any loved ones near you. Make sure you have no pet. If there's a cat near you, put the cat away. Push it away. A dog? No. Rover, go over there and play with your bone. Because I'm about to make an announcement and I don't want to hurt anyone inadvertently with my explosion of satisfaction. Okay, you ready? All right, I'm going to warn you. This Street Fighter 6 presentation is going to be hosted by none other than, I'll announce it in 3, 2, 1, Lil Wayne. Yeah!
Oh my fucking god. What a fucking clown.
Who the fuck is Lil Wayne?
Do people... What? Like, everyone knows who, like, at least knows of him. What are you fucking talking about? Should you be doing it instead? What a fucking clown.
It baffles me that we're in 2023 and these game companies have not figured out yet that we don't need celebrities to present video games. We just were watching the Crow B Cat video making fun of E3 2016. Do you remember in E3 2016 it was Battlefield 1 from EA? And they hired all these celebrities like Zac Efron, right? And all these Snoop Dogg coming in to play the fucking game. Did that sell a single copy of the game? No. None of them knew how to play it. None of them knew what the fuck was going on. They were literally standing around doing absolutely fucking nothing, getting paid. These game companies are fucking asinine idiots. Why the fuck would you pay Lil Wayne, a rapper, to present the Street Fighter 6 hour-long presentation?
Maybe he likes fighting games.
Here's the answer. You ready? Whoever made this decision, yes, you are fucking stupid.
Yes, you are.
There is not one person on Earth who's going to buy this fucking game because Lil Wayne is presenting it. There's not one person who will care that Lil Wayne is presenting it. You are moronic.
You obviously care about it, so...
You probably waste our time because you think that Lil Wayne is going to be the most informed person on this game, or you're going to have him dancing around probably saying catchphrases and dumb shit.
So who's better to do it, huh?
It is the most stupid thing ever. These strategies don't work. We're not morons. I'm not going to buy 8 copies of Street Fighter 6 because you got fucking Lil Wayne for this presentation. You're dumb. Good lord. It really irks me, if you can't tell, that these companies treat us like we're fucking dunces, right? How stupid do you think you are?
Well, in your case, you kind of are of a dunce.
You could literally have anyone else presenting this. Literally anyone else would present this, it would be better. I mean it too. Like you could have picked a guy walking down the sidewalk I've never seen before, eating an ice cream cone that's dribbling. I would rather see ice cream cone dribbler guy present the presentation than Lil Wayne. I would care more.
Excuse me, sir. Young man there.
So anyway, by the way, this has absolutely nothing negative to say about this guy and his quality as a musician. I have no idea.
Walking next to that whale there.
He really makes, or if it's any good.
I'm not over here.
I'm just saying, stay in your lane and do what you do. No one cares about you presenting Street Fighter. This is the dunce moves, dunce level stuff. Like, this is the equivalent of them. They're hiring people now to do the commentary tracks in the game, right? We got a pro wrestler, and we got this, and we got that. It's like, no, just focus on the game being good, please. We don't need enough of the periphery shit. You've had a hard enough time, Capcom, making your fighting games good. Please just focus on that. Let's make the game good first. Then you worry about the nonsensical periphery shit.
Well,
you don't do that first.
You did make the game good because you won't stop fucking playing it.
Anyway, it is what it is. I guess we're gonna see. So I'm interested in covering this. It's 3 p.m. a week from today, but that would mean that I do like two hours of gameplay and then we switch over and we watch it together live. And obviously, if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do it on DSP Reacts. So I think that's what we might do is next week do like a 2-hour stream, whether it's Elden Ring or Silent Hill 3, and then end the game and then switch over to DSP Reacts and do a live react to that event together. Because there might be some interesting stuff in there. I don't know, but we can try to do it together. Okay, fair enough. I think that's what we're gonna do. I just gotta figure out how to get that to work next week. So I'll work on it. I guess I'll think about it this week. All right, one last announcement, one piece of news, and then we can do shout outs. HBO Max. This is so funny. I've now had HBO Max for 2 months. Okay, I watched The Last of Us show. I watched a bunch of DC movies on there, right? And a few other odds and ends. And I've been doing reviews on DSP Reacts as a result of having HBO Max. HBO Max is ending. I just fucking got it. I literally just got it. It's ending. Okay? So HBO Max is ending in May, and they're going to launch a new program or new app called Max. Just Max. I've actually already heard that Maximilian Dude is filing several lawsuits against them. Appropriately so. They should put his face on the app, actually. That would be funny. But anyway, so it's just called Max. Okay, so what's the difference? The difference is HBO is merging content into one service rather than having two separate. Previously, it was HBO Max, and that had all the content from HBO, including their movies, their TV series, other series that they signed, like South Park's on there, all kinds of stuff from over the years. But then they had other things, like, for example, there's other things under the same company's umbrella. If you're not aware, all these television channels, like Food Network, TLC, HGTV, and maybe like 4 or 5 others, they're all the same company. But they had a separate app for the TV show stuff that people had to subscribe to. I think it was called, like, Discovery Plus or something like that. Well, I guess Discovery Plus is failing. So what they've decided to do, they're going to merge the two services in an effort to try to get people to maybe if we offer both the HBO side and those other TV side shows in one app, then more people will subscribe. Because I think that the Discovery is really flopping and failing and no one's paying for it. So it's changing now. In May, it's going to happen.
I'm paying for Discovery Plus, Phil. I still am paying for Discovery Plus. So either it has merged or it didn't merge, but I don't know. But I'm still paying for Discovery Plus today through my my phone provider, my cell phone provider, and it's still going through. But I pay for it every fucking month. It's only like $6 or $7, and I personally like a lot of those like paranormal ghost hunter type shows, and there's a bunch of them on Discovery Plus. So yeah, I do watch Discovery Plus. It has a lot of good content, in my opinion. It has a bunch of the paranormal shows. It has stuff from like some shows from sci-fi. It has TLC, you got Hoarders, you got a bunch of these, a bunch of good conspiracy stuffs. Like, it has decent stuff on it. And some cool documentaries that's made specifically for it that's actually really interesting. So again, he's talking out his fucking ass. But no, it's actually pretty fucking good. Ugh. It's actually pretty good streaming platform.
HBO.
I'm not really interested in HBO Max stuff, so hopefully it'll still let me keep paying for it separate. I don't know.
All these TV shows in one app called Max. Now, it's funny, because I was telling you guys that I was probably going to get rid of HBO Max within a month or two, because you guys were telling me of other apps to get to watch stuff for DSP React. And I was like, okay, well, if I get through all like, I still want to watch the James Gunn, the Suicide Squad movie. I probably want to watch Peacemaker.
His React
maybe just a couple more things on there that I'm really
fucking
interested in.
shit
But after
anyway.
that, I don't think there's any new television series or anything coming out soon that I'm interested in. So maybe I was thinking maybe I would cancel it. But what's funny now is they're adding in all these TV shows that my wife loves. And we were previously watching a lot of that style of stuff on Hulu.
Oh, so apparently someone does like it because your wife loves it.
Max, and just keep that as our ongoing service every month, and maybe get a different one to replace Hulu, so I can watch more content for DSP React. So here's the good news: the pricing is not going up; it's exactly the same. So if you already had HBO Max and it's converting to this new Max, you don't have to pay anything extra. But apparently, you're going to get a lot of new content. So is anyone going to complain about added content? I know I'm not. Right? I'm not going to complain about it. Hey, give me added content, please.
That's what you're doing now, though.
Right? Thanks a lot. But outside of that, it's just a weird move that the moment I bought this thing, within 2 months, the whole thing's getting canceled and starting over with something different, right?
Yep, it's all your fault.
So anyway, we'll see how it goes, but I'm thinking that's what's going to happen is I'll keep HBO Max, which will then be Max, and that'll be my ongoing service every month because I know my wife likes a lot of the shows. Like, she likes Food Network stuff, she likes HGTV stuff. She can watch that. I'll watch the movies and stuff to review for DSP Reacts, and maybe I'll get a new streaming service, whether that be Netflix, Disney Plus, whatever it is, to watch more stuff and then review it for you guys on DSP Reacts, okay? So we'll talk about that soon. Probably next month we'll talk about that then when this move happens, because I'm probably going to dump Hulu at this point, I'm thinking. We'll see. Anyway.
I mean, Hulu's not really worth it nowadays.
Joe says Discovery Plus actually costs way less than HBO Max, so it actually screws over some people. I guess so. I guess if you only wanted Discovery Plus, maybe it would screw you over. But I think the whole point is Discovery Plus was failing anyway. I guess they didn't have enough of a subscriber base to sustain.
They still
so
had enough people watching it, though.
So
obviously the people who were watching it.
Average at Best says, get Disney Plus and create a whole new channel. I'll react solely to Star Wars. My name is already Dark Side Phil. Holy shit, we just came up with an interesting new idea. Dark Side Phil reacts to all Star Wars content nonstop.
And you would hate all of it anyway, so what's the point?
Hobo Action, no, I have not seen this new Tears of the Kingdom trailer. Didn't it release this morning? So no, I did not see it. I did not have a chance to see it. Oh my god. Anyway, alright, that's the news I have to talk about. It's time to get to shoutouts now. Here we go. So, shoutout side, we have absolutely, positively, no contributions whatsoever on the YouTube side of things.
Oh,
we have no
thank
memberships.
God.
We have no super chats. We have no super stickers. We have no gifted memberships.
And we ended
We have
that?
nothing. Zero. So I have nothing to shout out on that end.
Zero. You
Okay?
get nothing. Good day, sir.
Zilch. Nada. However, I do have a tip to shout out, so let's shout out this tip. By the way, how have you guys like the quality of the podcast? Did you think it looked any better today?
Nope.
Or it sounded any better today?
Looks
Now that
the
I'm doing
same shit
3,000
as
more videos per
always,
second, I'm
Phil.
curious. Again, it's probably only going to benefit those who watch at 1080p, but if you're watching this live on stream, it should have been better quality. I'm curious for those watching on YouTube as well. What did you think? Please let me know. Okay, most people are saying it looks the same. That's fine. As long
Get
as
it
it's the
because
same.
he's a
As long as that works,
failure
right?
and
Podcasting,
he's
I don't even see how much
so it's
difference.
fail.
Okay, okay, I got a tip here. A $10 tip from Tarantula MS who says, hey Phil, what's going on, Tarantula? It's good to see you. How are you today? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for our first contribution of the week. If you can believe it, Tarantula is the first contributor of the streaming week. He gets that discernment.
Yay.
And by the way, now that I'm playing Elden Ring again, I got to add Tarantula for the first contribution.
Yeah,
then
he really quickly gave up an Elden Ring when the
I
new
received
games
a
came
$2
out too,
tip
didn't he?
from Max Power. It says, please watch Invincible on Amazon Prime before the second season comes out this year. That's for the ads they run on Invincible coming out. I'd probably be interested in doing that. Watch the first season and then watch the new season live with you. In February? Oh, okay. I didn't hear that announcement, but all right. Jeremy says, why do I have a heart near the chat? I don't know. I don't know what you mean. React feature. There we go. I just saw 2 hearts. I see more hearts. I think there's hearts, 2 emoji faces, a bunch of
Heart,
party horns,
stars,
and a 100
horseshoes,
symbol. You click
clovers,
on,
and
you click on that,
balloons.
it shows this stream of emojis on the side of the stream. See them? Can you guys see them now? Because now people are doing them.
Something rainbows.
So you can do that live during the stream. Some people apparently can see it, some can't. I don't know why. I can see it. Go for it. That black dude 21 did a super chat, $3 super chat, best one ever. Am I interested in the Wings versus Boogie fight? I don't think there could be anything I'm less interested in on this planet. I don't give 2 shits about that. It's not a real fight. It's basically a circus making fun of people and taking advantage of them. I completely am against it morally and ethically. I think it's disgusting that it's happening, and I think everyone involved should be
You're a
ashamed.
piece of shit.
There you go. Let's see here. So I knew it. Some people are saying they see the emojis, and some people say they can't. I'm on desktop and I can see it. To the game, it's kind of a mixed bag. Overall, I do enjoy it.
He's fading out of
But,
existence.
you know, some things that with pacing and
He's
stuff that are quite
going.
bad. But I'm not surprised to hear you liked it and you playing it again.
Gone.
Enjoy. Hershey Shits. What a great name. Makes you wonder if it depends on the phones, says Apollo. It might. Because, like I said, I'm on the desktop version of YouTube. Maybe it has to do with the style of phone. Darkling says if you have the emoji open, it'll show on your screen emojis.
Oh my god, who cares about
I don't know
emojis?
there's too many emojis. I can't handle all these emojis. Lower the emojis. I don't know what they're for. What are you supposed to do with those? Like, I guess people, again, on Instagram Live, this is where this emerged from, and YouTube's trying to copy Instagram Live, but I don't know what you're supposed to... Oh, hit my face!
Oh my god. What a
oh my
fucking
god.
clown.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway. Stupid shit.
Old man
Christian
trying
says,
to
I'm
be
trying to
relevant.
Tokyo, because it came to Game Pass earlier this week, and I actually love it so far.
Relevant.
I think you will. However, I loved it too, until about maybe 2/3 through. And I say the last third of the game kind of fizzled out, got very repetitive, kind of grindy, and it was only really the side stories that were interesting until the very few final story missions were alright. But as you'll see, I think the game kind of runs out of ideas about halfway through. But it's a fine game. You know what it is? It's a great Game Pass game. It really is. It's a really great Game Pass game, so I hope you enjoy it. What's going on, Jake? Good to see you here today. Yes, I know. There's a lot going on. I think the Final Fantasy 16 gameplay is coming out either today or during this week, right? Some Final Fantasy 16 stuff at some point.
Yeah, coming out tonight. Let's go.
Again, with Final Fantasy 16, I already know I'm playing it, so I haven't gone crazy like researching it because I know I want to play it regardless. So I'm not gonna go crazy and then end up spoiling myself on all the shit. You know what I mean?
But he didn't even play the demo, so he has no idea about anything about it whatsoever. And then he's gonna take like twice as long going through the fucking
ready for
demo.
Silent Hill 3? Me too. Like I said, with the subway, I remember distinctly the subway is the worst part of the game. We're past the subway now, so everything coming up should be better. Wanderer says that Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection is releasing tomorrow. Do you have any interest? You know, I brought it up last week during the birthday marathon. I'll be honest, there was very limited interest. Maybe a couple people, and most people who responded were like, yeah, it really is a lengthy kind of RPG grindy style game. Probably better to enjoy yourself than be for a streamer. Like, that's what most people said.
And we all know he doesn't
I didn't know that. I
actually
never
enjoy
about
games
I
himself.
think Mega Man's going to be action-based, right? Apparently it's not. It's a very slow-paced RPG, so if that's the case, then likely, no, I'm not going to get involved in that. It doesn't sound like anything that's going to fit right now, you know? If I'm going to play an RPG, I want to play the classic Final Fantasies in the Pixel Remaster. That's more appealing to me, you see?
And he did, too.
I'm not returning to Warzone. I'm not ever playing it again. Forget that shit. Done. Done with that.
Just stare at the screen the whole time? Or are you going to do something? Anything?
How's the weather? Are my allergies kicking in? It has been very cool, so it hasn't been a big issue in that regard, but I get the feeling the allergies will start to kick in soon. And when I do,
always wanted that allergy medication.
So that way my air conditioner
Just could never
will,
afford it.
basically filter the air here, so I'm not constantly getting pollen in my face. We also need to clean the air in our house. So let's hope for the best, but yeah, this is definitely the season where it's probably going to start affecting me soon. And it does make me nervous. I don't like the allergies, you know. I got post-nasal drip and everything. It just makes shit worse, you know.
Oh,
so hopefully it's not a huge deal. I guess we'll see.
Allergies.
We don't have central air. No, we do not. No, absolutely not. I wish we fucking had central air. If we had central air, I wouldn't need air conditioning in the office. I wouldn't have to put in. I wouldn't have to put here. When I put in the bedroom, I wouldn't have to do that. I would just have the.
I always thought that, like, when he was doing the house tour or whatever, he did have central air, but it was, like, so, like, not working good and barely working and broken that, like, he still needed the air condition or whatever. Like, unless I'm misremembering or getting it confused with someone else, but I thought, like, when he was doing the house tours, it did have central air, it just wasn't working all that great or something. And, like, I'm sorry, but who buys a house? Like, you're buying, well, it's technically a condo, but whatever. It's like you're still owning the house. You're still buying the house. Who buys a house that doesn't fucking have central air? Like, why would you not choose a house that fucking has central air? Like, I don't know.
The central air running, right? I just see the $3 tip from Phil's swampy ass, saying, why don't we go out to dinner? Because we don't always go out. See, here's the difference that you guys don't understand. For most guys, all right, I'm going to go out. All right, great, you're going to go out. So what do? You comb your hair, you wash your face, you toss on some clothes, you're good to go. All right? It's not so easy for a woman. A woman wants to go out, you know, she got to get herself, you know, put some makeup on and shit. It's a pain in the ass. So unless you have a whole day planned out doing shit, you're not going to do that. And with my wife, you know, she worked for a few days straight.
Oh, now we're blaming Kat.
It's her day off, first day in several days. Why do you want to fucking have to get up and start getting ready for the day and everything just to go to one day and come back home? It doesn't even make sense.
Why would you bother putting clothes on in order to go out on your day off? Like, almost guarantee she doesn't actually have a full-time hours anyway. But holy shit, we're just fucking blaming Kat for not wanting to go, for not going out to eat. Like, and no, women do not have to, like, super present themselves super nice and put all these crazy makeup on and stuff just to go out to eat. No, especially the places that he takes her to go out to eat are not that fancy anyway, so it's not like a super fine dining experience. I could understand if it was like a fancy diner or something, but it's usually not with him. So it's like, no, you don't really need to. And fucking Kat puts like twice as much makeup as she should on anyway.
That's why we ordered it. There are days when we go out. You know, probably soon. In the next few weeks, we're definitely going out. We have some stuff planned that we need to do. So that'll be the big day when we get up a little earlier. She gets ready and we go out. We have a big day together. We just did that a couple weeks ago too, you know. So we usually do that at least once a month. But we'll see. But that's why you can't go every time. Yeah, it's actually more work, quite frankly.
And I'm lazy.
Hello, Pickle Man. Pickle Man says, what question do I have for him today? All right, how about this, Pickle Man? What is your favorite Final Fantasy game? That's what we'll ask Pickle Man today. Because we're talking about classic Final Fantasy with the Pixel Remasters. We're talking about Final Fantasy 16. That's about to have new information on the net. So let's see, what was Pickle Man's favorite ever Final Fantasy game? Let's see what his answer is. Toy2 Legacy, if you spam the chat one more time with that message, I'm going to fucking ban you. If you put the same message in chat 10 times, how do you not understand that I don't want to fucking deal with your nonsense? Pickle Man says, for him, Final Fantasy 7 easy. Well, there you go. That's a lot of people's answer. I respect the answer. Although I like the classics because those are the ones I grew up with, but 7 was the one that put kind of Final Fantasy on the map for modern consoles, so I can respect that answer. There you go.
Even though you hate it. Project 7
I respect it a lot more now that we've replayed Final Fantasy 7 as well. Now that we played the classic, I respect it tons more. Because if you remember, I had not played the classic in a billion years. We finally replayed it last year. I was like, wow, that was a fun playthrough, and I respect the game a lot more that I played it in a modern setting. So, did I ever try the food trucks in New Haven when I was in Connecticut? Yes. I had them.
Wait, he didn't replay the classic Final Fantasy 7, did he? No, he only played the remake. Is that what he's talking about? I'm pretty sure you never played the original Final Fantasy 7 there, Phil.
Once or twice, and they were really good. What they do is they would put a ton of shit on a sandwich you would never expect. They put eggs, french fries, meat, and all kinds of shit on one sandwich. You could eat it. You're like, oh my god, you never think this would work, and it works. It tastes great. Do I like mint chocolate chip ice cream? Indeed, I do. I love mint chocolate chip ice cream. All right, Toy2 Legacy, now you're timed out because he actually put the message up again.
I know
so
he
I'm timing him out. If
did.
he does it again, then I'm going to ban him. I'm going to be nice, though.
What? Was I like...
Okay. Guys, we need to adjourn.
When the hell did he do this? I don't remember him doing that.
Adjourn the show.
Apparently, he played it last year.
So, thank you for a great podcast. I hope you had a good time. I hope it looked better. Again, give me feedback. Stream viewers seem to be like, it's about the same. People watching on demand, if you were watching at 1080p, did you notice any difference in quality? Maybe the frame rate didn't dip, because sometimes my camera tends to dip in frame rate. Maybe it didn't dip. I don't know. I love your feedback. I need feedback. What do you think? This is 12,000 kilobits per second now, both streaming and recording, and I'm curious if it looks any better. We're going to go into gameplay. The thing is, for Silent Hill 3, we're not going to see a difference. It's the Xbox 360 version. It's not upscale. It's not running better on X Series X. We'll definitely see maybe a difference with Like a Dragon Ishin tonight.
Yeah, I don't remember him playing.
That's the stuff we need to keep an eye on.
Wow, like, that's
but
weird.
I'm curious of your thoughts. Please share. And if you see any technical issues as well, please share. I'll do my best to try to fix those. But for now,
yeah, I don't remember that shit at all.
That it's good stuff. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so very much. Great podcast today. Until next time, all I have to say is, keep on pollinating.
Wait, that's it? Did I download the whole stream on accident? Oh, I guess I did. Yeah, we're not watching that. All right. Thankfully, that was relatively short there. But yeah, okay. So I'm done for today. That'll be it for that. Thank you everyone for who did come and actually watch, and thank you for anyone who watches this after it's been uploaded and finished as a video or whatever. Yeah. What was he playing back then? Silent Hill 3?
In the modern day.
I have no
All right, left first.
I have no memory, like, cause like
I received a $2 tip.
I've been watching Detractor videos for a long fucking time from him.
Tipper. Do you think The Simpsons will still
Not
bring new episodes in 2030?
his videos, but I've been watching Detractors post videos of him. during gameplay and restreams and all that, and I don't ever remember him fucking playing the original Final Fantasy VII. I remember him playing the I remember him playing the fucking, oh my god. I remember him playing the original or the remake.
I forgot to mention this.
But,
On my day off, someone whatever. Some waiting area here.
but yeah. So that's about it. Thank you for stopping by or whatever. I got more actual videos I'm going to be making in the next couple days that should be out soon, hopefully, as long as I don't get sidetracked with other stuff or get lost in Final Fantasy 16 too much or anything like that. But